Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2022 Asian Pacific Snooker Championships. We've got the final on today with Ryan Thomerson versus Justin Sajich. Should be an interesting final, both playing well and playing for a tour spot, as well as the prestige of being Asian champions. I'm Alan McCarthy, joined by Roger Farebrother.
Yes, good morning, and welcome to all our viewers from overseas as well. We've got quite a number of viewers all over Australia, but special welcome to the people from the UK. And I believe that Brittany, Ryan Thomerson's girlfriend, Brittany, is watching today with her family from Ely in Cambridge. And welcome to you guys. Hope you enjoy the show. Be a pretty late night for you guys if this goes the full length, but you can always sleep in tomorrow morning. And we've had a wonderful final, a wonderful tournament so far. Semi-finals, Ryan beat Glenn Wilkinson. Actually, yeah, Ryan beat Glenn Wilkinson 5-1, and Justin Sajich beat Adam Waller 5-4, and that was a game we commentated on yesterday. It was a very, very good game, close game too. And we're looking forward to this final now.
Yep, that's right. They've started early and Justin's in the balls already. Aiming to break the pack up here. The slide of the cushions, just missed the pack, thinking it.
Yeah, he needed a little bit of right hand side because you've got to allow for the arc on the cue ball there. So needed to play that bit of right hand side, but this early stage, you probably didn't want to take that chance. So we've got this settling in period now, and both players have been playing very well. I think we've had 9 centuries in the tournament so far. Is it 9?
Yes, yeah, fair amount. Beautiful tables. They're playing well. Just been recovered before the tournament. So Justin did a beautiful shot there. Now he's just going to run Ryan up behind the green and put him in the snooker and try and take control of this frame early.
Yeah, not really an advantage with that because you can just trundle into the reds via cushion, and with the balls being tightly knit, you can get a touching ball and then just play off a couple of cushions behind something. Well, that's not happened, but no real advantage.
Justin will run off the pack again, try and get him up behind the green once again.
He's had a good tournament, Justin, and he's in a vein of form because he won the New South Wales Championship. He won the Ian Chappell a few weeks ago, and has been playing very well. He won New South Wales from being 3-0 down in the final to Adrian Law, I think it was. Yep. He's been playing very well as well. Adrian was in this tournament.
Adrian got to the quarterfinals, was it? The last 16? Quarterfinals, yes. Lost Adam Waller 4-2.
Yeah.
And Adam got beaten by Justin in the semi yesterday, 5-4. So, yeah, there's been some great snooker this weekend, and this final's going to be no different.
Well, this could be the first committed shot. We've got the red to the left, you know, near the top cushion, and he can come off two cushions here to get on the black. No, it's hit that a bit thick.
I don't think he's left too much there. He might have left a red in the middle there for Ryan to cut. See if Ryan's confidence is up and ready to take a ball on early.
Yeah, well, it's early stages, and this red in the centre is definitely on. I have a feeling that Ryan will definitely take this on. It's just a matter of what pace he plays it at, whether he goes up and down the table. Doesn't look like it's in off. So he can go up and down for the blue. No, he's just dropped it in, and he hasn't dropped it in.
Justin's in again with an early chance. Got this red, 2 cushions, get down this black and in amongst the balls again. gone away with that, hasn't he?
Yeah, it just pulled up in time. It looked like it was going to run past the red.
Yep, he's in there now. So
You've still got to control the cue ball off this black, so he's got to be careful he doesn't overhit this one.
yep, it's natural play. Should roll up for the red above the black.
So he's rolled it in.
Kiss there. Very nice. Oh, he's missed it.
Yeah.
He's missed it. Covered the hole. So
It's an old pull shot, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Put the ball over the pocket. Yeah, well,
So if Ryan's got a long red here, he'll attack this long red up to the corner pocket, up to the yellow corner pocket.
now would you take the double on? He's got a choice here of a double. I'm not sure if he can get through to the red. He's looking at it.
Yep.
If he stuns to the cushion, it's safe if he misses.
He's running a safety
No,
shot.
couldn't get to it.
A very nice safety shot at that. Hard white down on the bottom rail. Excellent. And that's been happening a lot in this tournament. Some great safety shots leaving the player on the bottom rail. It's been pretty good at the moment. Justin just nicks off this red. Two
Yeah.
cushions, aiming to get behind the green. Enough angle. Now you've got to be careful here, Ryan, if he takes the cut, that he doesn't knock the red over towards the black and knock the black in.
That's right, yeah.
Or a kiss off another red and knock that over. So he just needs to be a little bit careful on this shot. And catch it a little bit fuller. He has, yes. And down behind the yellow. And leaving Justin no chance to run off the pack of reds. 3 reds on the rail.
Yeah, just looking at this to see where you can find safety from this. I'm seeing that you can obviously come off the side cushion and hit the second red above the black. That leaves the red to the right. You can't roll up to the first red. The only option really is to go off the side cushion into the reds. I think that's what he's playing. He's just got to allow for the slide off the cushion. And it looks like he's played that perfectly.
Yes, he has.
That was a very good shot, and he had to get that right, because if he slid off the reds, he may have left one.
He just runs off that red. Leaves him on the bottom rail again. Justin can see this red here. Just nick it back into the pack. A very thin shot coming up. So this black in the corner that Justin's missed caused a little bit of problem here. No reds are on. Oh, he's just played it soft and gentle and run that down.
Yeah, that's a clever shot. You lose the advantage of the safety when playing that, but you're at least containing your opponent, not leaving them anything. And a lot of people overlook that shot where you can just roll straight into reds and leave nothing.
Aiming to get behind this yellow will make it harder for Justin to run off, but that hasn't worked out. And he's left a shot here into the corner pocket now.
No.
He's going to kiss 2 blacks, so 2 reds and stay down there, so I don't think he'll go that shot. He's got to nick off a red. He's got to spread it a little bit to miss the other 2 reds off 2 rails back up behind the yellow. Is he going to play another containing running up shot, is he?
Yeah, just needs to play to the right-hand side. Well, he's got, yeah, he's been able to play it fine. That's a very good shot.
Just underhit it. Oh, giving him a little Chinese snooker there, Rog.
Can you say that anymore? I'm not sure you can say that anymore. It's certainly hampered, and this could go wrong. He's got to be very careful with this shot. So I don't think he'd be trying to play anything major here. I think he'd be trying to just leave the cue ball on the right-hand side of the table as we're seeing it. It's more important just to get direction than it is. Well, it looks like he's able to play a clean shot. Yeah, he's got to be careful of the pot. Potting the black. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, he's played
Okay.
that well through that.
He has.
And just hoping for it not to go in.
Yeah. Okay.
A couple of really nice safety shots from the guys this morning early on.
Now, is that the first mistake? Well, obviously it is. And this is a chance to get cueing. So important to get cueing early in these matches. Get off to a good start. Especially in the early morning matches where, you know, you can be 2-0 down and you haven't even got into the game.
Yep. And it is best of 11 for this final today. So they'll be taking a break, I believe, after 6 frames, Roger?
That's correct, yeah.
He's got that nicely. So he's in the balls here, Ryan. It's up to him now how he navigates this white ball around. He's got a couple of loose reds he can play for. He's landed nicely on this next red.
It's definitely a good opportunity to get going. It's just a question of which red he takes next, because he can go up to the reds, play this red to the left of the black. I think he's too high to stay on the red on the top cushion. He's got to be careful, because if he lands at the wrong angle with this red to the left of the black, he'll have to play down for a blue. So I think he'll be playing for the reds in the centre. Now, he's played for that, but the problem with this is he's got to go in between balls to get down to the blue, unless he can screw off that and go straight down there, avoid the cushion.
Yeah, I thought he might have tried to play in between the gap of the 2 reds and played for the 2 reds into the other corner pocket. But
Yeah, I mean, he definitely needs this red out of the way to break build. It's in the way. He just could have done with being a little bit higher.
he's played that beautifully. And at the right pace to get on the right side of the blue. That's a great shot. Oh, he hasn't.
Yeah, looks a bit
he's
straight.
There. He's there. He still can just roll this in. He's got those reds there.
So he's just got to be careful with position this, because if he just goes through a little bit, he can then stun across for the black rather than trying to run it through.
Cue that beautifully. Straight in the pocket there. Now he's got these 2 reds here to play into the corner. There's 2 ways he can go about it. He can screw across into the black to play into the same pocket, or just run through and get a kiss on that red. I don't think he has that angle though, so he's have a little think about this one.
Yeah, I do think he has to play a forcing shot via the cushion, screw onto the cushion with this. Oh, he's played it very
He's
well.
held it beautifully.
That's what you call a soft screw stun, and you couldn't play that any better.
No.
So I think the next one's going to be the red in the centre, but that's up to him. Looks like he's stunning through the reds.
He's hit that nicely through those 2 reds there to land on that one. He's still got an angle. He can go back up for the blue again.
Can he squeeze through? We don't know. Looks like, no, he's definitely screwing back for the blue.
Ooh, he's missed that by a mile.
Yeah, I think he's just taken his focus off that shot. It was so easy.
Yeah.
And this is what happens, isn't it? It's early morning. He probably hasn't had his 3 cappuccinos. He gave one to me.
Ah, that was his first problem.
So he's a nice bloke, isn't he?
Justin's back in now and
Yeah.
ready to hopefully score heavy and put an end to this first frame.
Yeah, you can't take your mind off the job very early on. It's very hard to get focused sometimes.
So there's three easy reds there for Justin. Then he's got to try and navigate around the 3 that are on the cushion. So pick up a quick 20, 24, 32 points just on blacks.
Yeah. So he's taking the open reds first, getting some points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just screw up for this red into the same pocket.
Very nice shot.
No, it's just a matter of the angle he's
I
got.
think he's got an angle here to go into these 2 reds and split them up, Roger, if he really wants to.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Yeah.
I can see him playing down for the blue and maybe flicking off a red on the way down.
Yeah.
But if he goes into the reds, he's likely to just land on the cushion. I don't think the angle's there to go into the reds with topspin anyway. I think you
That
get too
loose
much.
red there above the next to the pink there, Roger. You might be playing the hold on for the pink.
Yeah. I can see a stun shot by the cushion. No. No, I'm surprised he played that because you're leaving yourself close to the cushion. But he's left himself a black for the red on the top.
Yep.
So, you know, he's only got to drop this in.
Oh,
yeah.
Big miss trying to hold that. So
it just felt he was getting too close to the cushion by dropping that red in the way he did it. If he played a positive shot, went down for the blue, come down for the red on the top cushion, and then go from there.
Yeah, yeah, it was the wrong option. Now Ryan's back in. Right along the rail, get on the black. And he's still got those 3 problem reds on the side, Roger. He's got to try and land over there at some stage to try and get them either out or land perfect on one of the reds.
Yeah, the ideal position here to split those reds would be on the cushion where he's playing from, screw back to that cushion. And it's an awkward shot. It's not impossible to play. He hasn't done that. But had he gone to the right cushion, he could then potted it and gone into the reds via 2 cushions. But as it is now, he's got to get across the table and hope he's on a red. So this looks like a safety shot next.
Yeah.
I can't see the double. Yeah.
That's left.
Yep.
So he's playing his reds on the left cushion, Roger. Just saying, bit of right hand side, go up behind the green.
Hit that a bit thick.
Yes.
In actual fact, he hit it perfect. He just didn't have enough pace on it.
Yep.
Because the direction was perfect. And, you know, there you go. It's a matter of inches this game. I mean, a few more inches and that was a really difficult shot to play.
Good morning to our viewers that have jumped on early to watch this final. So if he gets this behind the yellow, then Ryan's now got to play these 2 reds that are on the rail and open them up.
Well, there's no danger with this. What he doesn't want to do is...
He's going to play...
No, it looks like he's playing the red down the end. Is it on?
Play up the bottom, I think of it, Roger, off the cushion.
Don't know. Is this on or not?
No,
I don't
off
know.
The cushion.
Yep.
Yep. Play it up the table. He didn't want to open those 2 reds up. It's a right shot. And with Ryan leading by 3 points, they're both trying to contain each other now.
You can see this red going somewhere near the other 2 reds.
Oh, he's left him on. He hasn't hit that hard enough. Just short. Right idea from Justin. Just a bit about luck there. Now, this will test the cue.
Well, even if you pot this, you've still got to open those 2 reds up. That's the difficulty of it. So, I mean, you're really looking at trying to get high on the black or low on the blue.
Great pot.
I mean, isn't that a great shot? He's got high on the black, so he's got the option now to screw off the cushion, bit of right hand side. But you look at that shot, and yet he missed that other red, easy red before. It's just a matter of focus, isn't it? And
exactly
being awake
right.
this time of the morning.
Taking your eye off the pot, trying to get position. So this is a big shot here. Plays it right. And he's missed them.
Yeah, just didn't have the angle to be able to get underneath the cue ball.
Just a run off.
Still got to be careful with this, but you can get a double kiss on this safety shot.
You can play that bottom red, bit of left hand side, and aim to get up behind the green and just leave it down near the black. Well, like you said, that double kiss is a worry.
Yeah.
He might just run off and touch and just leave him get up.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's always dodgy, that.
Yes. He's played the shot. He's got a bit lucky there without double kissing.
Well, that's really good because now he's got to play the safe red. He's got to try and get safety off that safe red. Looks like he can go past it and come down the table.
Would you be thinking about going just past that blue, Roger, off the bottom cushion and kicking this red out? No?
No. I mean, he's got several options. I think he's got to play this red, and he's got the option of just playing and leaving the cue ball on the top cushion, or leaving it there.
Great Great shot. Red's not on past the black, so Ryan's going to play up the table.
And it's really all about this open red now, because if you get a snooker
Yep.
at this stage, you're a chance of clearing up.
He can play this between the red between the yellow and brown up towards the black and put the white behind the yellow. If he hits it well enough.
Yeah, he's trying to get behind the yellow.
He hit it well. He's got the red safe, but he just didn't get behind that yellow there.
Yeah, perfect direction with the red, wasn't it?
Yep. Now, Justin's got two options here. He kisses into that, runs off that red, plays into the other red, doesn't hit it too hard. Two cushions and up behind the green brown. The yellow brown, I apologise. He's played that well. That's a great shot and a safe white. That's the most important thing, to put Ryan there
Well,
on the cushion.
the red's on. So, I mean, and the double kiss is on if he plays the red near the pocket. So he's got that option of just trying to run through it. If he pots it, he pots it. He can play safe if he misses. I'm not sure if there's a slight angle with this.
I think he's just going to try and drop it in.
Yeah, I think it's on. Well, it's obviously on, but there you go.
Great shot.
I didn't see it as all that difficult. You just had to line the thing up because it's relatively straight.
Yes.
But he's played an excellent shot.
And that puts him.
I can
12
hear
in
the
front.
applause in Ely, Cambridge.
12 in front, he's on the black. So this is very important black here. He can kill a frame with just getting his ass red there, Roger, and Justin will need snookers, red in the colour. Played it up there, very nice. Now if he goes to blue, you'll get him onto the yellow, needing those balls.
Now, this is not a difficult shot, is it? And this was the shot he missed early on. I'm not saying he's going to miss, and he's not going to miss now, I don't think. But it just shows you how you've just got to be switched on.
So he's played off there for the blue to try and get down there for the yellow.
Now, yeah, he's got a tricky shot here because he's got to make sure he doesn't snook himself on the brown or with the brown. So if he plays to the bottom cushion, to the baulk cushion, and comes out, he's got to make sure he gets at least level with the yellow. Is he running through? He is running
Yeah,
through.
just play him into the other
Yeah.
side. Yeah, too close to the cushion. Dead straight, unfortunately, as well.
Yeah, he's played the percentage shot there to make sure he gets on the yellow.
So he's 20 in front. If that's correct, I don't think it is. We'll have a look at that. But he's now got to try and manoeuvre that yellow out. Into the corner pocket, get on the green up to the top. Play that nice. So he's got the green up into the top cushion. So there it is, Roger. They've fixed the score up now, so he's 27 in front, just needing a snooker. So he might be able to just play this green with a bit more confidence.
Yeah. So green down the end, and we should see a clearance. Nope.
No. He's also played it with a bit of safety in mind.
Yeah. Wasn't fully committed with that.
No, and you need to be to pot those balls.
Yeah.
So Justin needing one snooker. You come up the rear of this green.
I don't totally disagree with the way he played that green because look what's happened,
Yeah.
you see. And one snooker's not too hard to get, a snooker free ball, and next minute you've lost the frame. So I don't totally disagree, but I don't know whether at the pro level somebody would have taken that on down the end and just got on the brown. But he is where he is now.
That's
you
it.
know.
He's now going to close out the frame and be 1-0 up. Nice pot there on the brown.
Very nicely played.
As well as the blue in to confirm it all.
That was a great view of that shot, wasn't it?
It was.
And that's it, end of first frame. First frame to Ryan Thomerson. Ryan Thomerson leads 1-0. And we're underway here at the 2022 Asian Pacific Snooker Championship. Hello to all our viewers. Hello to all the people in the UK that are watching Ryan partake in this contest. He's done very well to get here today to the final. He's made a few centuries on the way.
Yes.
We've had 9 centuries, highest being 125 by Andy Lee. I'm not saying that 125 can't be still achieved, or 126. I mean, they definitely can do that. Certainly Ryan can. I think they're playing on the best table in the club as well.
Yeah.
And Ryan will be very happy that he's got that under his belt. Hello to all our viewers here in Australia, whether you're in Melbourne or Sydney or Wollongong. We've got a few boys from Wollongong watching. Hope you're enjoying the viewing and the streaming that they put on here.
And to our sponsors, Mitchell and T140. T140, run by Barry Jenner, is a snooker website and a snooker game, snooker league you can get onto. I believe he runs 8-man snooker comps, 20-minute frames. So get onto his website and have a look, guys. Barry's put a lot of effort and sponsor into this game, so let's help him out and we can improve our game here in Australia.
Yeah, and a special mention to Mounties. Mounties very proactive in snooker. A big thank you to the board of directors here at Mounties, and in particular Steve Fitzpatrick, who helps to organise some of these tournaments. We've had some fantastic tournaments over the years with the Australian Open here. It's always a great venue, very pro snooker, and as a snooker player we really appreciate what they do for us, and they're always providing amazing conditions for us. And we've got a World Championship coming up next year, I believe, and they're going to put a lot of money into that. That is enormous. I think we're going to have over 200 players from all over the world, including ladies and juniors maybe. So that's going to be a massive event. They're going to put new tables in, I believe, Shenders. Going to redo the cushions on most of the tables. So we're going to have basically as close to pro conditions here in Australia as you can get. So we're all looking forward to that, and we really appreciate the fact that Mounties put this on and continue to go forward in snooker and take us to the next step and the next level. And just think it's fantastic that we have that. Of course, we've got the Australian Open coming up this year as well. So again, more tournaments here. But it's a great venue, 10 tables, and I think we all enjoy the round robin section of this tournament. One of the things that's come into it just recently, I mean, when we play the Australian Masters, we have a round robin, and I think one of the things that is positive is the fact that you get to have a number of frames, win or lose.
That's right.
You get a shot at it early on, you know. I think it's a positive step. Maybe that's something they can do in other events as well, to get more entrants.
If you have a bad start, you can regain your composure and hopefully get through your group. So that's the fun part about group games.
Yeah. It's also very stressful if you've only playing best of 3. It's like pot black, isn't it?
Ryan Thomerson to break.
So Ryan here to break off again and start the second frame.
So contacting the end red, and once again there's a red just to the right of the black. I've seen that a lot in these breaks. Nobody's hitting the second red.
No.
But they're all hitting the end red, but that was he actually hit that quite thick. Got down the table. Almost perfectly behind the yellow.
Yep. I believe Gary Knight is refereeing ball stream, so one of our great referees here in Australia. From Mingara, he'll be up there at the Australian Masters at Mingara helping out.
Yeah.
That's his club.
Yep.
So Is it?
Yeah, they run a good tournament there. They really do. They've got the referees as well, and testimony to that tournament is the amount of people that turn up for it. You know, to play in it. It's over 3 or 4 days, and it's a good tournament. They put new cloths on. Danny Townsend does the cloths.
Yep.
Does an excellent job. And I think he did the tables here.
He certainly did, and he's going to be involved in the Shender process or the new cushions and so forth here today for the World Championships that they're holding.
And of course, they're playing for $4,000 in prize money, but more importantly, they're playing for a main tour spot with the World Snooker Federation. And we know that Ryan is really keen to do that because he resides in the UK, and that would really suit him if he got this, and that's what he's practicing for. And so far, so good. He's 1-0 up. He's in the final. That's half the battle.
Yeah, we haven't been able to send someone over due to the COVID. Carl Barrett won a spot in the last Asia Pacific and didn't get to go over due to COVID, so it'll be good to send someone over and fly the flag with Neil Robinson and get 2 Aussies hopefully in the World Championship final. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it, Roger?
That'd be fantastic, yeah. Of course, Neil's been there and done it. It's amazing just to achieve what he's achieved, to win the World Championship, to be down to his last 11 pounds and break through after 5 years of hard slog and then win the World Championship is quite amazing. And then to be such a good player, to develop into the player he has. But not only that, he's a great ambassador for snooker in all over the world, representing Australia in a way. The Thunder from down under.
Beautiful red from Justin, and then a beautiful cutback on the black.
That was almost a pool shot where I'll cover the pocket with the black if I miss, wasn't it? Just drop it over the pocket.
He's definitely got the speed of the table worked out. So he'll cut this red in, come off the bottom cushion and back out for the black on the other side. Might create an angle to open up into the pack early, Roger.
Got a bit further away than he wants to be on this black.
So he's still got that red there on the other side of the table he can land on as well. And then he can create a nice angle to get on the black too. Let's open the pack up and spread some reds and make a nice big break.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to stun into the reds.
Yeah, he's gone it early.
Yeah.
I didn't
It was
agree with that shot.
it was the right shot, but probably a bit early on before he's got queuing.
I thought he should have played that other red and got in nice position on the black closer with a nicer angle.
He got a bit far away from the black to play that shot, and if he's played it with the touch aside, who knows what happened there.
Yep.
Big thank you to Frank Dewins as well, President of the Australian Billiard and Snooker Council, and he's done a wonderful job this weekend. He's been on that computer all weekend, putting the scores up all week. Yeah, that's right, with the 6 reds as well. He's done a wonderful job, and not an easy task, especially when you get complaining snooker players in your ear all the time. That Alan McCarthy's a problem.
Yeah, always cranky, not getting the result I want. Referees upset me. So, but he does a great job. And everyone here, the referees, the committee that helped out, they all look after us and do a great job running our comps and, putting up with us. So, we'd like to thank all them.
Yeah.
They've given up their time to make this all happen. And he's on the black in the middle here. Try and run between the brown. Has he come on the other side?
Well, he slammed that one in, didn't he?
Yes. He's still on that red there in the corner, so he's landed all right. Screw back up for the blue.
Yeah, that's exactly where he wanted to be. I mean, had he gone a bit further down the table, he obviously would have taken the red to the right as we're looking at the table. But he had that option, always had the option of the 2. It's just a matter of position on the blue. If he gets close and just slightly above it, he's got control of the cue ball.
Well, this is the other question about, does he open the pack up, Roger? Now he's got 2 loose reds. I know you'd be playing for those 2 loose reds, but he can open the pack up here with a nice angle he's got off the blue.
Yeah, I think he's got to go into the pink. He doesn't look like he's doing that, or is he? No, he's
No.
not. He's taking the points first. Look, it's not wrong. It's not right. It's the it's what works,
Yep.
and he's just getting queuing. And a lot of the pros, especially in the old days, used to get queuing first before they used to go in the pack. In fact, they didn't used to go in the pack in the old days, especially the pot black days. Used to take the balls that were on. And I actually don't mind that style of play where you pick them off, because I just think there's more artwork in that.
Yep.
You know, you can see, you know now that he's going to run this through with topspin and come up for that red into the top left-hand pocket. I mean, but pro players today will smash that in and split the pack as well, you know.
Well, he's got 2 reds he can still take to land nicely to open the pack up again.
Yeah, I can
So-
see this going in topspin, a little bit of right-hand side to get on this red to the right, and then getting on the red and splitting the pack up off the last black.
It looks like there might be a little plant there, those bottom 2 reds as well, Roger.
Yes, you are right, and I think he's gone for it.
There you go.
Now, if he plays this with screw, he goes down the table for the blue. It's going to hit the red to the right of the red he collides with now, and so he's not going to go in off. It's going to go to the cushion first. He's just got to get out. And there it is, onto the cushion. He's had right-hand side on that as well. You saw the zip off the cushion.
Yep.
He's made sure he got down the table.
I think he lost the white ball a little more than what he expected
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Roger, he should have been nicely on that blue. I don't think he needed to throw that amount of zip on, but he's
Yeah,
still on the bolt colour to get back up for the reds. So
He's-
he's still in
yeah.
control.
He's got a nice angle to get on this red to the right.
One cushion back out for the red.
Yeah, I can see that, yep.
Bit of side.
There it is.
Nice, very nice shot. So he's going to play this off one cushion back out for the black. We're joined by one of the semi-finalists here, Adam Waller. He's come down to watch. Enjoy the snooker.
Yeah, he played very well yesterday. It was 3-1 down. 3-1 or 4-1? I think it was 3-1 down.
3-1 down.
Came back to 4-all. Gave himself a
3-2,
chance to win,
4-2,
and that's all you can
4-all.
ask for.
Yep, exactly right. So he's got an angle here. Does he go back into these reds just at the bottom there, Roger, and it holds for that red into the corner?
Yeah, this is the art of break building. You use the reds as a break to stay on a red and also split ball. So now this, when you look at it, a stun shot will miss the pack, a screw shot will hit that first red. It just depends on how hard he hits it, because he'll get a little bit of arc with the cue ball.
The red on the outside will take him up, but the red on the inside will hold him for that. But he likes, yeah, it's a great shot. So he
Nothing
doesn't
wrong with
really
that.
like to toy with the reds, Ryan. You notice he likes to play those little stun shots, little hold shots, and it's working well for him.
Well, he's got the lead. He's picking off them, picking off the reds nicely, so doesn't have to split the reds. We've all seen it where you go into reds and next minute you're snookered on something, you know.
Again, he's fallen short on
So,
that blue, Roger.
Yeah, yeah.
And it seems to be, he keeps doing it. So he needs to just give it a little bit more pace next time.
And the question is, how do you do that when you're battling the pace of the table? He said to himself, I want to be a couple of inches above the blue, and he's finished a couple of inches below it. So now he's got to go up, I want to be 4 inches above the blue to get 2 inches above it in his mind.
That's right.
And that's the interesting thing about positional snooker.
Well, you think that shot before that he played off the pack with a bit of side went too far, so then that time he pulled it up to try and judge it. So, but he's got a nice shot here at the red. Can just stun off a cushion below the black and back out onto the other side.
This is a sort of awkward shot because it's a touchy-feely shot, unless he just plays a deep screw.
Yep. Has he got enough speed on it though? No.
Yeah, again, it's not come off the cushion. Now he has to go into the reds. And he's just having a look at the direction of the cue ball after contact. And he's got to be careful he doesn't miss the black.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Pot the black first.
31 in front, so that would make him 38. And if he gets another red from this, off he goes again.
There's 2 things you can do, Roger. He's going to have a go. I like this. bit of attacking snooker.
Yeah, so you hit it nice.
And he's missed it.
And he's played it, I think he must have played that with a touch of left.
Yep.
You know, he's hit it nice and just not got the swerve on it.
Now he's left Justin in here. Justin's got a red to start. Can cannon into the other red and hold for this black.
Yeah.
Now, once
Can't
that
really
red's out
avoid
of the
this.
way, the other reds all open up and he's in. Great shot, great shot. So
And that was a good shot, because if you missed that, it was all over, wasn't it?
yeah, correct. So now he's in the open. He's got the red, the cluster of three. One red goes into the left side of the pocket, left-hand side, and that will open the other two up. So he's got a choice here he needs to make, and
Yeah, I
see what he
think
does.
you'll find that, well, it looks like he's playing a deep screw with this. Yeah, he's come down the table for the red into the top left.
nice pace, nice speed. He's hit that well.
And you can see there from that view that once he gets rid of that red to the bottom of that three, that little cluster of three, the other two will be on. So the clearance is actually on here.
Let's get that nice. So he's just having a look at his plant that he loves to play, Roger. He's a plant expert, Justin.
I don't think he'd be playing the plant unless he had to.
So he's gone
And
up
he-
here. He's underhit it a little
Well,
bit.
he hasn't come high enough, has he? And this is the thing. You think you're in, you've got the lineup, but it's not over because it's all about position.
He's going to play follow through and run off this red down for the black.
Has he judged the pace right? I don't think so. And that was the difficulty. You had to visualise the follow through.
Yeah, he needed to give it a little bit more pepper, didn't he? He's just underhit that. He's still going to get the jigger out and cut this black in. So he's still got confidence in his game there. It's an awkward situation. Hello to the boys up in Old Bar. Great area. I know a mate that's been up there doing a little bit of work, so thanks for watching.
Where's Old Bar?
Old Bar's, ooh. Write it in for me, Jacob. Let us know where Old Bar is exactly.
It's probably somewhere near Billy Nubjul. Love that name, Billy Nubjul. Should be a book about that.
Up past Newcastle, I believe, if I'm correct.
Now that was a very good shot.
Very nice
I
shot.
mean, he just potted it, but he had to get it. He couldn't fail with that. And he's definitely given himself a chance to win. At the moment, the only saving grace is the green, because the pink's in the way. Because these look
Nice
quite
25
simple.
break.
Yeah.
About to go to 30 and two reds on. So he's in control, Justin. He needs to just keep his composure, which he did yesterday in a great finish against Adam. So we know he's got it.
Yeah, looking at this, yellow to green is the difficult thing. He's got to play the green in the same pocket as the yellow. So we're looking at the front.
Old
You know,
Bar.
at the end of this frame, I can see him getting to the yellow, but that could be the thing that goes wrong, yellow to green.
Who's got an answer there? Old Bar. Roger, Taree Way, an hour south of Port Macquarie.
All right. Beautiful part of the world.
Mm.
Hope you didn't get flooded out there because you had a lot of rain.
So he's landed difficult on this blue. He's landed straight. So they keep landing straight on this blue or the other side. They haven't got the pace going up the table, but this little screw back here, you can play it into the corner. Dead straight on the red again.
Now the thing that's gone wrong here, he needs to get on the blue nicely so that he can get some yellow to green, because the yellow to green is a difficult thing, pink being in the way. He doesn't really want to be playing the black. And he is playing the black, so positionally now, this can all go wrong, but I can see him playing a snooker.
He's got a touch of an angle there. You can screw back off the side rail and get on the yellow.
Yeah, I don't think there's any issue getting on the yellow, it's just yellow to green.
So he needs to play that angle. He's played that. He's played that well. So he's on this yellow. He can stun around, I think, and get on this green. If he hits it hard enough, he can come off a rail and back out.
Yeah, I can see pot the yellow, snooker on the green. That's how I can. I'm trying to think for Justin here. If he tries to do too much with this, it can all go wrong.
I like the way he attacks, so I'm hoping that he actually pots the yellow and plays to get on the green around the other side.
Yeah.
He's got the extension on, so he can reach.
The funny thing about
Awkward
this is
spot.
you can land in a position where you've left with the perfect double, and then you missed a double, you set them up.
Oh, he's missed. It was awkward. He wasn't comfortable.
But look where he left the cue ball for the green. It was a snooker next
He was
shot.
going for the snooker.
Yeah, it would have been green down the table, white behind the pink, via a cushion.
He's got a 13-point lead here, Justin. He's left a nick on this yellow for Ryan. Now, can Ryan play this into the blue, Roger, and try and get behind the black?
Yeah, that's a really good option, actually.
No,
He
he's got to
can't.
swerve.
Looks like he's swerving.
So he's just trying to nick the yellow into the blue and hold it down.
He's all right. He's all right. Yeah, he's left a shot. Now, is this going to go twice across the table? If he plays the yellow, he's going to land somewhere where he was before, where he landed before.
Yep.
After missing the yellow. So I think if he does pot it, you'll still see another snooker, unless he gets lucky with position.
He's missed the pot, but has he got the snooker again? Looks like he's gone close.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a gap there. So
That's amazing, isn't it?
mm,
Yeah, a couple of millimetres either way, and
come
you're
up,
in a
yeah.
lot of trouble.
Yeah, he would have been in a lot of trouble. A little bit harder would have been beyond the blue, green, pink. So,
Having said that, you've still got to get it safe, and I think if you can get through the gap, you can play the white ball onto the black, which will slow the white ball down, or just play it to the cushion, play the yellow down the table. But you've got to get the pace right. You've got to get the yellow past the middle pocket. You don't want to be leaving the yellow over the middle pocket. You also don't want the yellow middle pocket in your mind, because you end up leaving it there.
so he's just played a little containing shot there. Now Justin is able to put him in a nice snooker here and take control of the frame again.
That's gone wrong.
Oh, it's gone wrong, but it's
gone wrong,
It's
and
gone
now
there.
it's given Ryan a half chance. Now you remember the first red in the game,
Yep.
in the first frame, Ryan missed the red into the centre. This is similar. You know, if he's dropping this in and he cues to the right slightly, he's going to throw it off a little bit to the left, and he hit the right jaw. I'm not saying he'll do that.
yeah,
He's played a
refused
safety
it and
shot.
run the safety shot.
Yeah. And it was the right shot, because there was no way he was going to pot the green next.
Yep.
So this is a battle to get a snooker, really. Whoever gets a snooker here could win the frame. But that pink's causing problems.
Has he gone off here, Roger?
It's bounced off the cushion.
Oh, he's left him in the jaw, and I believe he's snookered him as well, Roger.
Yes.
So got a bit lucky there, Justin.
Yeah. I'd like to say hello to Jessica Woods, watching the live streaming. Hope you're going well, Jessica. She's such a good snooker player. So much potential, and
Great shot
We're
there
lucky
from
to have
Ryan,
her
and he's landed
in
quite
the
well.
game.
Yes, Jessica is a great player and great ambassador for the female sport in Australia. Leading the way.
Yeah. I couldn't get my daughters to play snooker. My wife wanted them to do physical culture.
He's got an angle here. He can cut this in and go to the other side of the table and pop the green into the same corner pocket, or he can play a safety shot. He's played another safety shot here, Justin. Little kiss off the brown, and oh, look at that. Hey?
There you go. Nothing up your sleeve.
This always happens to me, Roger. That's why I get quite upset.
Well, you know, it's a shot. You know, you see these miracle shots as well. You know, people get out of snookers, get another snooker. Well, there you go. Look at that. And he could get a snooker here. Look at this. There you go. There you go. all is not lost.
So it didn't work out to Justin's advantage there, unfortunately.
But again, you've got, look, if you can get on this yellow and get to the right-hand side of the green, you've got the clearance on. But you've got to get the right angle. It's look, the clearance is definitely on now. Because the brown is where it is, it makes the green a bit easier. You just got to get behind it somewhere.
He's got to get out of this snooker.
So how do we get out of the snooker? Well, looking at this is tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't look easy, does it?
It's tricky because I'm looking at rectangles to start off with, because that's the easiest way to get out of the snooker, rectangle. But we've also got to allow for the dig into the cushion and also the slide off the cushion.
I'd be playing this halfway up that cushion, right inside, and kicking it around.
This is a test run.
Ooh.
That's this test run. How well did he play that?
He
because
played it beautifully,
if
yeah.
you know, a millimetre the other way, it nicks it onto the cushion.
He was terribly unlucky not to nick it. He played that beautifully.
That was the sort of shot that Cliff Thorburn used to play back in the 80s, where they came off two cushions and nicked the reds. They played them, and in the day they didn't recommend playing them, but he used to play them well. And it's a shot you can play. Now, if he picks the right position again and just allows for that little, you know, adds a touch aside, he's going to probably contact about quarter ball and get the cue ball down the table again.
Let's see if he's worked it out this time, Roger.
Yeah.
Oh, and the same, he's missed it by a hair again.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, he wouldn't be worried about the 8 points he's lost.
Yep.
It's more about the frame.
And he's leaving the white down on the bottom there where Ryan can't really have a go at it.
Yeah.
So he's playing everything right. He's just getting a bit unlucky not to nick it.
And this shows you the importance of having the white back exactly where it was before. You need to measure it and know exactly what, because if you put that white in the wrong position slightly, that alters your alteration in the shot.
Let's see if he's learned from this one.
He's gone the other side.
Yeah,
he's
on
caught
other
the
side of
jaw.
it.
I think he'll still put him back.
So I think he'll put him back again, you're right. And at that time he went for a little bit more, and unfortunately he went the other side of the yellow.
I'd like to say hello to James Mifsud, who played in this snooker tournament. Great player from Melbourne, like his brother. And they've got this mural up on the wall there. And I think what you need to do, James, is superimpose your picture in there as well. Add your picture in there, next to your brother. Put your arm around him or something. Fantastic mural here at Mounties on one of the walls. Completes the whole wall. Bob Hawke, Dino Kane, Steve Missard.
And that's...
And
he's always potted it.
Now, you know who used to do that? Warren Simpson. And he used to call it. Warren said, if you look at the old Horace Lindrum snooker, billiards and pool book, there's talk of that, and Warren Simpson used to do it. He'd always call it, and if it went in, of course, he got a massive applause, you know. But how big a shot was that in this game?
Yep.
Because that snooker could have gone on for another 3 or 4 shots, and now he's got control.
I'd like to see Justin play one of his pool shots here. Green off the pink into the corner pocket. I think he's capable of doing it.
I'll put $100 that he doesn't do it.
He's very capable of doing it.
This is a snooker all day. Yeah, he's played that well.
He's played that terrible. He's run it through.
He can see it, can't he?
Yeah,
You can see the edge, the right edge of the green.
Yep.
And what he can do here is play this with, if you can see it, left-hand side, snip it, and come off 1, 2, 3 cushions behind the black. You'd play that, wouldn't you, James? No, he looks like he's screwing off it, so he can hit the ball a little bit thicker. Okay.
Oh, I don't think he's played that well either.
If he's behind it, it's all right.
Have we got an angle there to get behind that side angle to have a look?
Now, if he's got, now here we go again. If he's got the slight angle to hit the green, he could pot the green. He's only got to hit the green half ball. There you go.
Just tried to pot
there
it
you go.
again,
That's what I'm talking about. Like it was there.
He's left it on, unfortunately.
there.
No.
So you can see there that Justin was trying to put the odds in his favour, even though it was at a complete disadvantage.
He's done well to hit that. But he unfortunately he's left it over the hole, so it's all in Ryan's hands now.
Now, this is a shot with a little bit of stun, a little bit left-hand side. He's got to hit it firm, and he's got to allow for the throw. And maybe a little bit of swerve, I don't know, but a little bit of throw. Now, let's just have a look to see whether he plays with any left-hand side.
He's got left-hand side on the cue ball, you can see it there.
Yeah, he's played it well. Actually, had no side on it in the end.
Is that?
And there's a picture of James Mifsud,
Yep.
top left-hand corner.
Great man. One of the legends of our sport, won a few tournaments, represented Australia.
And a very natural talent, left-handed. Isn't it funny about the left-handers? They're so natural. They don't muck about with their cueing, they just play.
And if you go down to Melbourne, you can go down to see the Misfit Museum. It's $20 entry for a 10-minute walk around.
You pay $20?
Yes.
Or they pay you?
Two great legends, the Misfit brothers.
Well, here we go. It's serious now. And we come down to the pink. 9 points in front, so just the pink required.
Put everything you've got into this one shot. That's all he needs to do.
And there it is.
2-0.
2-0. Massive applause from Ely back in Cambridge. Hope you're enjoying the viewing. And 2-0 to Ryan Thomerson here at the 2022 Asian Pacific Snooker Championship. Hope you're enjoying the viewing, the streaming. Brought to you by Mounties. Fantastic club, sponsors of the snooker. And we've had some very enjoyable matches during this particular tournament. Enjoyed the match between Justin Sajich yesterday and Alan Waller. It was a great match, wasn't it?
Oh, it was terrific. And composure from Justin to finish off the frame there, probably in the last three reds and colours.
Yeah.
To win the match.
And
so
Adam was all gone. He was all at sea. He was all out of the tournament. 3-1 down. Looked all lost. Came back to 4-all, wasn't it?
Yep.
And played exceptional snooker and gave himself a chance to win. And just a bit unlucky with the last red. The last red didn't go in.
Yep.
Had that gone in, we may have seen Adam in the final.
Yep. And Adam's moved from Queensland here to New South Wales to play snooker back home.
Yeah.
An old Reesby boy, just like I am. So.
All right.
Yes.
Is he playing at Reevesby?
He plays at Reesby.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And you've got new cloth there. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah. Talking about that, and we've got this super fine cloth here, put on by Denny Townsend. He's done a good job, and I think we'll have a lot of clubs starting to change to that super fine.
Yeah.
So there'll be more sales in super fine cloth, especially for those people that have got tables at home. I might even consider it myself, Danny, if you're listening.
And if you need any cloth or balls, cues, Mitchell, our sponsor, one of our sponsors, provides all that: cue balls, cues, cloth, parts and accessories.
And you get the 20% off. Just mention if you're an OBSF member. And we thank them for their sponsorship. And also big thank you to Consolidated Leisure and Sport for their support of this great game. And they've supplied the Strawn Superfine cloth and the 1G balls for this tournament. It's been a great tournament. It's been a pleasure to play in it, and to have the referees as well, to actually live. It's the sort of living the amateur dream. It's not the professional dream, but you're living the amateur dream.
Ryan Thomerson plays 2 frames to 0.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. And these guys want to be professional snooker players, so it's their opportunity to take the chance to get overseas. And Justin breaks off again, starting at the 3rd frame.
Well, they're getting closer to the baulk cushion with the break off, but they're always leaving this red to the right. And again, look at this red right on the black.
We've got a question from Tojo Mojo for CueballTV. What is brand and model of camera you are using? Very nice image. CueballTV will answer that for you, Tojo Mojo. So Ryan's played just a nick off played the red safe down the bottom, and Justin, does he open the red next to the black, Roger? Is there a double?
Well, he's got 3 options. Yeah, yes, he could knock the red down the table. He's not going to really gain any advantage from that because you can just come off the side cushion and run into the reds. If he plays this, he's got to hit it thin like that. He's got to be careful he doesn't put the red over the centre pocket. And that was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was perfect.
White ball behind the brown.
Yeah. Had it gone slightly to the right, behind the green, it would have been an awkward shot to play. But as it is now, 8th ball, quarter ball off these reds, and he's going to come down the table. He's just got to make sure he doesn't hit a baulk colour because he will leave the red next to the blue.
Half ball safety here, Roger.
Quarter ball.
Quarter
Wouldn't
ball.
be playing half ball.
Half ball open the reds up.
Half ball doesn't come down the table.
Oh, should have had a go.
Yeah. Now look at this. He's left this red. He may be able to force this through and come down the table. He's definitely not going to play for the black. Black is not on in either top pocket.
Yeah,
If he plays the red to the left, he may have to play with a touch of right hand side just to straighten it up a bit, which makes the job or makes the shot a little bit trickier. Looks like he's stunning this. Yeah, I'm surprised at that shot. Has he fluked it?
Oh,
He has.
Fluked the red and
Has he
the
got
top.
position? He has. Nothing's going right for him at the moment.
Unfortunately, he didn't knock the black out though. The red away from
Yeah.
the black.
And that's where positive shots come in handy. That wouldn't have happened if he played a negative shot.
Yeah, I like it.
But he's still got to pot this, and this is tricky because you're going across the nap. He's not going against the nap, so he's going downhill. So it's not too bad. He's just got to drop this in.
I saw you play one of those shots a couple of days ago, Roger, where you miscued on the top of the pocket there.
Yeah.
So Justin's hit that
Or
beautifully.
it wasn't high enough with the bridge, I think.
So Justin's in now there. It's going to get this
Yeah,
red over the
still
hole.
still not home and hose with this because even though you've got red over the pocket, it's very difficult to get position. He's looking at the pink in the centre, but there's only half a pocket to play at. So I think he'd be trying to force this and get down the table.
He's playing a big screw shot, is he? To get him out of there?
He may be trying to play the pink. No,
It's
he's
a
trying to get down.
beautiful shot
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Back onto the blue.
That was the only shot really.
And on the right angle of the blue too.
You couldn't ask for any more than that, could you?
No.
Now the ideal thing here, I mean, I would play this with screw left hand side and get to the red next to the black, because until that red is taken care of, you can't do anything. You're operating off the blue.
So screw back onto the side cushion side. To
Lots
take
of
it
left
down.
hand side. I'm
Yep.
not sure. I don't think I'd play that on second thoughts because I don't think I have the angle. There's not enough angle to do it. You wouldn't get the pace on the ball.
He's having a look at it so he can try and open that black up with that.
I think he's having a
moving
look to
that
see if the
red.
black's actually on. If it's on, he's underway. But if it's not on, I can see him just playing off the blue a while. Yeah, it looks like he's just stunning down a bit. Yep. He's
And
got
you
a
played to that red next to the pack there to try and get down, Roger, and he's on it nicely actually. So the black, I'm thinking, might be on for playing that shot.
Yeah, he's in the perfect position to play the other red, but it looks like you're right. Unless he's trying to stun into the red. No, he can't. Black must be on. Yeah. Well, he feels it's on. It doesn't look on from here. And if this goes in, he's in a great position. Although the black's in the way for the next shot, having potted this, he still may collide with the black off the red.
He's going to runner for that red. So he can just keep playing the black into that side rail until he can get onto that side pocket till he can open up that red away from it.
Yeah.
If he can get a right angle here off the black and try and just play into that red, promote it and land on it.
Yeah, he wants to get straight on the red if he gets on it.
He's missed
Oh.
the pots.
And we saw that with Ryan early, where he had that easy red. Just lost focus. His mind's on the next shot, trying to work out all the problems, and not focused on the easy shot that's in front of him. And
If you looked at Justin's
yeah.
eyes there, he was actually focused on that black, Roger.
yeah, well, there you go. That was a gimme. It was, already academic, and it's gone pear-shaped. And this is a good opportunity for Ryan.
Hmm.
And that's snooker, isn't it? I mean, you get sometimes you get bogged down in thinking, overthink things, and then you forget to pot the ball.
Yep, exactly right.
You see the cue right over his left eye. Great view there, his technique. He hardly hit that, didn't he? And
Yeah.
a little bit of right-hand side to get wider on the red. Could have done with being a bit wider, actually.
8.
But he's all right. Can drop this in off by the top cushion.
Yep, come back out. Might create an angle there to go into those reds and open them up a little bit more for a break. Or he's got 2 loose reds he could play for.
Hello to all the Victorian referees that are listening to the. Well, I hope the driver's not watching it. They're driving back down the Hume Highway to Victoria, long trip, and listening to the streaming. And a couple of people probably watching the viewing, but I hope the driver's not watching it. He's listening to it. So have a safe journey. Hope you're enjoying the listening anyway.
Beautiful shot. So he's got the angle here. He can go into reds, open them up. He's still got 2 loose reds out in the open that he can play for.
Yeah.
Possibility to screw up, just miss that bottom red, hit the 2 above it, and open up that corner pocket.
Yeah, again, do you go into them or do you pick them off first?
Mm.
It's a tricky one.
It looks like he's going to pick them off, right?
He looks like he's going to force into them, isn't he? But he's not.
There's a red.
He gave the impression he was a big wind-up and then hit it nicely. He didn't hit it. Is that red on? Is the red on?
Paid for the red in the middle.
Yeah.
He looks straight on it, so it doesn't look...
Yeah. So a big hello to 2 referees travelling down to Victoria via the Hume Highway, Neil Ellison, Praveen Chandra. Both of them refereed my matches.
Did they?
Yeah. If they hadn't, I might have won.
Little follow through here, get on the blue on the right side of it.
17.
No, it's really nice to have referees for these, but they're quiet workers in the background, but we need them, and we do appreciate our referees. I'm certainly the worst referee in the world, so I appreciate referees. Everybody's better at refereeing than I am.
Again, he's landed straight on this blue. They don't believe in creating angles on them, do they?
Hello to Craig Turner. Hope you're enjoying the streaming, Craig. This session 6 frames. We've had 2 already. It's all going Ryan's way at the moment. And he's back in this frame. So, do you see him playing the black, or do you see him screwing back for the blue? I think blue.
Nah, I think he can play off a cushion, get on that black.
Isn't this funny, because the red is in the way, where he's got to bridge over. Look at that. He could touch the red, so he can't really... Isn't it funny? You just land in that position. It's perfect for this red to screw back for the blue. But where he's positioned, the red's in the way.
Yeah.
You feel like getting rid of it so you can play your shot properly.
Gets his little 6-inch extension to put on the back. That way he gets more reach.
And a big hello to Larry Forgan. Looking forward to coming down to Victoria in the near future for the Australian Championship. Hope you guys are well.
Pink's on, Rog?
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it? I'm not sure how much you can develop from there. Oh, look, the red just above the pink looks like it's on, and if that is the case, he's got perfect position. It's a real soft stun, and he's on it. And the thing I like about this picking the balls off is that when you finally come to disturb the reds, it's less reds to disturb.
Mhm.
And that really applies more to the conditions we play on than the pros, because when the pros play on the really fast cloth, everything moves 2 or 3 inches further.
Yeah.
And you've only got to hit the pack once, you've got the lineup.
So where's this pink? The pink now has to go below the pack, is it, or does it fit onto the spot? Gary's just having a look, our referee. Tried it, doesn't work, so now it's got to sit below the pack, Roger, just in line with the pink and black spot,
Yeah.
but just below the pack. He's
So
still having a look to see where he can get it, just inside the middle of those reds.
yeah, you've got to have steady hands to put this pink back.
I'd be shaking by now, Roger. It'd be
Well,
5 reds
I've
spread.
seen a few people shake with that little finger shake. You don't realise that it's a tricky thing to do. Actually, put them in without disturbing the balls.
Now he's using the other finger just to slide it in there.
You know, for me, near enough is good enough. I wouldn't be complaining. You know, just put it there. I don't care. You know.
Now Ryan will pot this red, go back up for the blue, hopefully get an angle this time that he can go down and disturb those reds.
Yeah, and I think he's got to go the blue this time. I don't think he played for that loose red near the ball colours. And he has to get about 3/4 ball on the blue. And if you remember before, he landed 2 inches below the blue, so he's got to think 4 inches above the blue to get 2 inches above it.
Ah,
How complicated is that?
and you're making it complicated, Roger. How about just leans up there?
And then he's got to contact that red at the top of the pyramid, full ball. Well, he's played for the black. Forget all
Play
that.
for the black.
Played for the black.
Okay,
Well-
so he's still got the angle here to go into the pack.
Yeah, no, it's the right option anyway, because he's going to get a little bit of arc. It's going to disturb him. He doesn't have to do too much. But is it harder than playing the blue?
Yeah,
He
I
had
think
a
I
big-
would have gone up
yeah.
to the blue, but he's confident.
It's about a half ball shot. He's going to get a touch of arc. I don't think he'll hit this hard. He's just got to be.
You can actually aim for those 2 reds to the left hand side and still land on that other red. So there are options there, and that's
Touch
exactly
of
what he's
arc.
played. Now
Yeah.
is he on that red?
Yeah, I thought he hit that really nicely, and this may be on. Maybe able to bounce the
No.
cue ball over the red slightly.
Yeah, the red's on in the middle, I think, as well. So I think he just needed to give it a little bit more pepper.
See, Larry Forgan's listening here and watching it. He's talking about his little tricks, little finger on the cloth to stop the shaking.
Okay, Larry.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't even think of that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now is this red on? It's dodgy. It's very difficult to calculate. It was definitely wasn't on. Yeah.
Wasn't on.
Yeah.
And that comes back to, I think you should have gone up for the blue to go into that pack rather than the black.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't win with it. You play the blue, you don't get on a red. You play the black, you don't get on a red.
Yeah.
You can't win with it. It's just
No.
is or isn't. And I thought he played the black really nicely on a newer cloth or a more pro cloth.
Yep.
That would have probably opened the balls up. On the cloth he probably practices on back in the UK, that probably would have opened the balls up a bit. It's a different game on new cloth. Well, certainly snookered on the red in balk, but this red is on. It's
Yep.
about a 1/4 ball pot. It doesn't look difficult from that view because it's close to the pocket, but when you go down the other end of the table, it's a chance of colliding into the reds if he misses.
He's going to lose this wide ball, Roger. So he needs to
Yeah.
make sure of the pot.
Now, if he's got his mind on going into the reds and it going wrong, it could go wrong. So
he's
he's
refused it.
and I think that was the right shot.
He's refused the pot.
Even though he's left, look, he was trying to leave the cue ball on the top cushion, which was the right shot, and he's left half a chance into the centre pocket. But it was still the right shot, and I think you've got to continue to play the right shot, even if it goes wrong.
He's got 3 reds here, 2 below the pack that are on, so he's going to go the lower one and try and just stay there for the black. He's hit that well, Justin. He's just hit that jaw, but he hit that nice and clean. He was a bit unlucky there, hit that jaw. Looked like it was going to go in.
Yeah, he also left himself a little angle to get into the reds.
So he's left Ryan a possible long pot here into the top right-hand corner, but he's going to go a double, Roger. Now, no, he's run the safety shot again. He's not taking any chances, Ryan, and I like that play about him. He has left a cut into the middle pocket though, Roger.
Yeah, can't see him taking this. Well, yeah, that's on,
I think that's on, Roger. I would
It
have
is
to go
on.
with that.
but you're going against the nap, and any sort of side is going to miss the pot. You know, is the cue ball going anywhere near the in-off?
No.
Let's just have a look at that. So
No. I think he'll hit the green, to be truthfully honest. But he's got a red here below the pack into the corner pocket as well, that he was having a look at then. So he can play a containing safety as well. And that's what he's doing. Making sure he's not leaving that red in bulk on so Ryan can run a safety and leave him down there.
yeah, so now we're getting to the point where all the balls are on. There's no insurance safety. There's nothing protecting the clearance. And one mistake and the other person can win the frame.
Mm-hmm.
17 points of difference. And it's a question of how you play this.
Well, he's got a shot to nothing, Roger. So he cuts that red in, runs back up into the bulk area.
You can see here he's looking at the going via the cushion here off this red near balk. And this is a tricky shot, but what you do is you play full at the red, hit it hard, it digs into the cushion, and you lose half a ball on the red, and you hit half a ball on the inner side. But having said all that, he's not playing it now.
He's got this red above
So
the pink that he can play into the corner pocket.
Has he got a shot to nothing down
Yes.
here?
And he's
Ooh.
hit that full.
Yeah.
He has hit that full.
Yeah.
Has he gotten away with it, Roger?
Yeah, he's left a half chance, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Adam Waller knock these in all day yesterday. This red to the far left, down near the black. This one on the far right now as we're viewing it. I mean, that's definitely on. It's not a difficult shot. It's a missable shot, but it's there. I think you'd have to go, well, you've got a choice of drag and black, or you've got a choice of screwing back for the blue.
The way he's been playing, Justin, today, he might turn it away, but all week he's been hitting these beautifully and potting them all day long. So it just depends on how he feels. He's going to take it on. And I like this about Justin. Doesn't refuse, even though he's playing the big tournament, and
Yeah.
he's knocked that in nicely. Not on the blue, Rog, like he wanted to be.
Yeah, position is 9/10 of the law, and you don't get it, and that's the end of it. I've seen some pro matches where people didn't miss; they just frame after frame. Every time you saw, back in the day in the 80s, John Parrott and Steve Davis, and they just made break after break after break. It was more about people getting out of position than it was tactical.
Now he
play.
hits this right. He can block Ryan from getting the red.
Is he going to snip this in? Is he
No,
looking
no,
at snippers?
he's going to leave the white on the bottom rail, safety on the red above the yellow, and Ryan can't hit the other red as well. That's his aim. Can he do it?
Did he play it well?
He's played it well. So no safety down there for Ryan. Ryan's got to knock in a long red or attempt a long red.
And hello to Grant Meadley, who's watching from a go-kart track.
No, it hasn't been moved. So Ryan plays a nice little safety shot there, making sure he doesn't leave that red on in the middle. So they're containing each other at the moment, Roger, but
Yeah, very important part of the match, and you've got to be very careful. He's looking at playing this red on the pink and using it to screw back behind the black. He's just having a look at where the cue ball will be and what he will leave. And has he played it strong enough? Yeah, it's not bad.
he's left a red in the middle. So he's left a little teaser for Ryan. He's just saying, Ryan, this shot here I'd like you to play, and when you miss, leave me on.
Well, that's right. I mean, it's there. There's no guarantee. I mean, you'd be unlucky not to get some sort of position if you pointed that red in the right pocket. But remember, again, going back to that red that Ryan missed at the beginning of the match. Very similar shot, but he's queuing now, so let's see the difference.
Oh, he's missed it.
Yeah, so whether that was in his mind or not, I don't know, but look, he took the risk, put the odds in his favour, and
He's left
he's
Justin
2-0 up. He could have stole that from that shot, stole the frame from that shot.
Well, this is Justin's chance to get back into this match. Take this frame. Put Ryan under a bit of pressure. Very nice shot there to get back up for the blue. He's got 4 reds out in the open, 1 on the cushion, 15 behind. So
Yeah,
this
I always look at that now. I look at that and go, I can see him getting at least 40 points before he comes to this last red on the side cushion. That leaves me about 20 odd behind.
Yep.
And anything less than that is a positive thing.
He's playing this blue.
7.
So he's
Again,
also a chance, Roger, if he
yeah.
gets a nice angle on that red,
Yeah.
of potting that red, kicking the other red out off the cushion.
We may see that in the next couple of shots
Yes.
because he's got the wrong side of the blue.
Yes. I'd like to see him play that shot. Hopefully get on the blue or the yellow from
Yeah.
that red.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely on, isn't it? It's just presented itself.
Yep. And he's having a look.
He's got bad position on the blue because he was no way he was playing for this red.
Oh,
he's
just
played for
rolled
the
it
other
through.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's not thinking along those lines. He's thinking of picking him off and getting himself back into the game.
12.
And just pop there some little screw back across the side for the blue again into the same pocket that he just played it into. Yeah, it's an all-Aussie final, Tony. It's a great effort. An all-Aussie semi-final, Roger, as well. We knocked out the internationals early on in the quarters. He's going this long red here. And lands perfect. Stun through, Roger. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, it's a shot that all snooker players have to play. So it's not a difficult shot. You just got to know how to play it. Play the ball, cue ball, more or less in the middle, and you play it firm, and it runs through a bit.
He's going to do the same here too, Rog.
Well,
He's gone up. He's, yep, beautiful now. He's on the red in the middle.
again, he's the wrong angle for the blue, isn't he? I mean, he wants red, blue, red, kick the red off the cushion. Instead, he's looking like red, black, unless he just, yeah, he's looking at trying to hold it. So this will be a soft screw if he plays this. And then he'll probably play it off the baulk cushion if he gets too much angle.
Yeah, he's just run that a little bit hard, make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So
No, is he going to play this firm or soft screw? Yeah, so he's
On
played it
that
firm. Can't he
21.
changed his mind on that shot?
now he's got an angle on the black here to play for that red. If he can play that angle that we were talking about before, where he gets the angle to play that, and he's looking at it now. And that's what I like about Justin's game. He looks at the right shots, and he's looking at an angle now where he can get onto that red to play into the other red to knock it off the cushion. And is it just a hold? It's there. He's played that well,
Yeah, he's gone a little bit too
Yeah.
far.
but it's still
And-
on.
28.
Still on for him, Rog.
Well, red, green, if he drops this in, he snookers the red with the green and brown if it goes over the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He does leave the other red, but if he does pot it, then he can disturb the red on the cushion via the green. So he's not playing that anyway. Looks like he's playing to the blue.
He's played down.
He's played down to the black.
Very nice.
Okay,
shot.
he's played a
Well.
firm shot, and he's got the angle to split the red off.
So this is the shot.
Yeah,
Now, this is the
Yeah.
big shot for the frame.
he's got to work out and just play the black.
So he's 13 in front, gets his 20, can move that red. A little bit of something on the cushion there, Rog.
Yeah.
Potted the black beautifully, and the nice nudge. Well done, great shot.
Well, he wouldn't be disappointed with that. And I think he's got a screw back for the blue.
50.
He's
I
just
mean, he
down
played that
there.
very nicely, didn't he?
Yeah, he played that well.
The good thing about this, he's got a slight angle. He's not straight. It's still missable.
He's
all
looking.
shots are
Is he
miserable.
looking at just running it through, Roger, and playing the brown or green into the
snooker.
centre pocket?
Just dropping it in snooker.
No. It's brown or green centre pocket. What do you think?
I can see a snooker next if he drops it in. No, he
Oh,
screwed back to
he's
the blue, which
screwed
was the
back.
right shot.
Yeah.
Positive shot.
On that blue that you were talking about, unfortunately, he's jawed the red.
So 20 points of difference, 35 on the table, and the important last red. So what do you do here? The clearance is definitely on, and we can see red blue or red yellow. But if you get on the blue, you've got a clearance up to the pink.
Make sure that he doesn't foul with his clothes on the black.
Yeah, I can see a snooker coming up.
Play the green into the middle, Roger. Bit of
Well,
follow through.
If he's got the angle, yes.
Yeah, I think he can.
Yeah, if he's got the angle, yes. If he hasn't, it's a snooker. But it looks like he has the angle. You're right. And it's just a matter of how he feels about this. I mean, it's not a difficult shot, is it? I mean, he's only got to run through a little bit. But it really comes down to how he feels.
Well, he's 19 behind.
No, yeah, it's 2-0 up. So if it's on, why not go it? Yeah.
He's potted in the middle nicely.
Yeah, and there was. I don't think there was ever any problem with that. He might be looking here to see whether the green goes on the spot. Maybe that was what he was looking at. See whether it would respot or go down towards the pink. Because if it doesn't go on its own spot, it goes on the pink spot. And if it goes on its spot, does it stop the pot?
Very tight.
I think that's what he was looking
ball
at.
Marker to have a look. Neat little trick there. Get the ball marker out to have a look to see if it's going to fit. And he says
lines
no,
up,
and he's
yeah.
putting the green onto
Yeah.
the pink spot, Roger.
Yeah, there you go.
Makes it a bit harder for Ryan now.
Yeah, just got to get the right angle on the green. And this is where position is so important, obviously. But he looks like he's got the right angle, actually. So it looks about a 3/4 ball. In actual fact, it was about half ball. And he hit that nice, but it's not gone down far enough. So just looking at where he wants to be with the cue ball for his next shot, and it's somewhere thereabouts where he is now. If he comes back about 2 feet,
Yeah, he hasn't landed quite.
is he going to play a big screw shot?
Well, he
No.
doesn't really need to play a big one. Just
Yeah,
hit
he's
in the
come back
open.
too far. I think he's come back too far there.
Big pot coming up here, Roger.
Well, maybe not. He's played. Maybe he deliberately played that to play a run through this shot
Yeah.
because the pink's in the wrong position here for to come off the left cushion.
Well, it's on, but it needs some beautiful straight cueing off the rail. So he's lining up, or gets back up, not comfortable where he was. Back down. 1, 2, 3, little one. And pots are clean.
Well, whatever happens with this, he needs the pink.
So what do you do, Roger? Cut it into the middle and go up and down the table and
I
get on the
think,
pink? that
yeah,
way?
I think you have to give yourself a chance. Look,
You can
if
knock
you-
it long into the corner and stun down behind the pink. 2 options there.
yeah, I think the best option is to try and get behind it and leave yourself, pink into the centre. You've still got the option of safety. As it is, I mean, it's not a difficult shot if you get somewhere near it. You want to be more or less straight on that pink into the bottom left-hand pocket.
He still needs the black as well, Roger.
That's right.
So-
But the pink is the awkward one here. So you think that he'd play this with lots of left-hand side to straighten the cue ball up. Doesn't have to. He can just let it run. I think I would just pot this and just let it run. Looks like he's played it with a bit of left. He has. Now, has he come low enough? He has. Is he too straight? I think that's a good shot.
Great shot. Absolutely great shot. He's got that little bit of an angle there, Roger, to go down for the black.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's got to hope that he can run through this. It doesn't look like it, because if he's got to stun it, he's got to force it, which could bounce the pink out of the pocket. So he's just got to be careful. But it looks like he's running through it.
And
Yeah.
like you said, dead straight on the black now, so...
Yeah, see, it was always going in that direction.
Yeah.
He had to stun it to get to the other side, but didn't want to stun it because he could miss the shot.
So, big shot coming up here. Roger, what do? Just touch it back onto the cushion?
No, I think you've got to put, while you're here, you've got to put distance between the balls.
So a little slight nick off it and just run the white back up there.
I think so. I think so. I would be tempted to leave the white ball near the blue spot, to be honest with you.
Well, he hasn't had it. I think this is cuttable, Roger.
Thomerson, 24.
I would.
Kamikaze owl.
That's right.
Yeah.
Justin's looking at hitting it basically full ball, knocking the red up to the bulk cushion.
Well, he's just had a look at
leaving
the
the
pot.
white down.
Yeah, he's just had a look at the pot, and you can have a go at this, but you've got to make sure it draws away if you've missed.
Yeah.
So it's not really the angle to play it forcefully. It looks like he's stunning the white ball there.
Yep, just what I was saying about
Yeah.
sending the black up to the bulk cushion and leaving the white there.
And now he's playing against the nap, and he's got to be very careful with the contact on the black because the cue ball and black will stay together.
So a bit of half ball, quarter ball, Roger.
This
Knock
can
it
go
onto the
wrong
cushion.
because any side going against the nap will hit the ball wrong. And I'd be happy with that. He's left double. I'd be happy with that. You're not guaranteed to get the double.
Double trouble?
Well, double's on, but do you get dig into the cushion? Do you get slide off the cushion?
He could
get
hit
a
this off
natural
one
angle.
rail, off the other rail, down behind the black spot and put the white onto
Yeah.
the bulk cushion.
Yeah, so he's not taking that chance. 'Cause-
Yes.
And it's a
Very good
wise
shot.
thing to do, isn't it? I mean,
Very good shot.
I've been playing all week on these tables. I haven't worked out double yet.
And this is just a half ball, Rog, black up to the bulk cushion.
Yeah, that's one way of playing it. I think that's the standard way in this case. Is the best option.
The
Just
other
got to
one
get
the
the
pros have been doing is hitting it onto the side rail and the white ball on the other side rail, Rog.
yeah.
And that's exactly how he's playing it. The problem is, in Australia, you leave these, and I believe, Roger, you had one of these and missed them
Yeah.
against Glenn.
Well, yeah, I made a mistake of playing this because in the match before, I heard that Hayden Good had a harder shot than I had, and he played it and it whizzed in. And for some reason, I had that in my mind when I got it, and I thought, oh, I'll do that as well. And of course, I didn't pot it. I'm not young enough.
Well, he's going to go it here.
I think is he going to go, or is he
Yeah.
going to snip it?
No, he's going for it.
Yeah.
And he's jawed it.
Yeah, why couldn't I get that result? He's still,
Still on.
I left mine right over the pocket.
Yeah, you did.
And this is, it's not a gimme, even though it's, you look at that and go, yeah, can't miss that. Socially, you wouldn't miss it. You'd be disappointed.
With the jigger as well, Roger.
Yeah, well, some people are very good with it. They don't even flinch, they just knock them in.
This is a big shot. And
Yeah, not a problem. 3-0. And you can hear the clapping in Ely, Cambridge. So far, so good, Brittany. Hope you're listening. Hope you're enjoying the viewing. Hope you're enjoying the snooker. And we're just going to take a slight break while they're racking up the balls.
Just fixing the focus up on this, it's not good.
And we're back after a little break. Three words you need to use in commentary for the next frame. All right, Grant, I'll be waiting with bulk breath.
And we just had a reply via the chat room, Brittany Chambers, and congratulations, Brittany, 3-0 up, but you're happy. Lots of tired cheers from England, it says. Yeah, but what time is it over there? It's gone 12 or something, I don't know, but it's... yeah, Paul Thomerson was telling me that you'd be watching via the live stream. Hope you're enjoying it. And I think there's people all over the place.
12:44 over there, Roger.
12:44, 1:15. There's no football on. But there's more importantly, there's snooker on, and Ryan's doing well. He's 3-0 up, playing all right, and it's all about winning the frames. This is not about winning in style. This is about getting across the line, because we're talking about a spot on the Q Tour, what you call it?
World Tour in England.
Yeah, and that's important, especially important to Ryan, because Ryan thinks he's been going for this for a few years now. He's had a couple of attempts at doing this via Australia, and people have been in his way in the past. And but this time it's going for him. 3-0 up. Still a long way to go, of course. And I know that Justin's not going to give it away.
No.
It's not his makeup.
We haven't seen Justin's best game so far this morning, but I'm sure that he's got it in there and he'll bring it out for us at some stage, Roger.
Yeah, look, if the balls open up, Ryan's the one that is likely to make a big break, because he's got a little bit more relaxed now. He's got frames on the board. And we've had a couple of frames that could have gone either way, haven't we, really?
Beautiful shot there from Justin. Got the little nudge on the brown to snooker Ryan, or leave him with one shot. So Ryan might leave Justin in here, and Justin can get going in this match. Ryan's got a red down the rail. He's just going to go and tap up on it. He's nicked it. Very nice shot there from Ryan. But, well, does he run safe? So he's nicked off that to run safe again. Ooh, aiming for a kiss off a bulk colour to run him safe, but hasn't got it. Now Ryan's got a safety shot coming up. It's not an easy one, Roger, this safety shot that he's trying to play. He's got one red in the way of the other to run off. Is he able to just get inside there?
Yeah.
Yes, he's nicked off that red nicely. He's going down behind the green. And just kiss the green. So, safety exchange happening.
Hello to Ganganit, who's watching via the live stream.
Oh, he's caught that middle jaw, Roger, and he's kicked back out.
Was asking whether there have been any breaks this morning, and that the breaks have been in the 20s and early 30s. They haven't been major, but they've been important breaks. And in this match, we've had a little bit of tension, some easy shots missed.
Yep. Yep. Like you said, Ryan might be relaxed now. Ryan's on the red into the middle here to go down for the black. So he's gone in behind the black nicely. He's on the black, Roger, so there might be a break happening right now. He might be playing, as you said, he's relaxed, 3-0 up. he might be able to cruise into it here.
Yeah, it's all about cueing, isn't it? I mean, if you could play like you're 3-0 in front at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
But
Spotted the black, he's landed on the red down on the bottom rail.
well, he's got the perfect angle, but the problem here, well, it's not actually perfect because I think it will just, the cue ball will run too far, but he's got a decision to make. He's going to play it, but he's just going to drop this in. It looks good.
Yep.
And it's played
Fine.
perfectly. Now, has he got an angle to stun into the reds?
No, he hasn't. He's got to play down off 2 rails or screw back, Roger.
And it's a funny little cluster, isn't it? It's not the
It's not
usual
nice.
cluster of reds. It's just they've all. It's like the whole pack has moved down about 4 inches towards the black.
So he's screwed back a little. He's got that red into the corner pocket.
16.
You'll have to cannon off a couple of reds in there. There's a red on in the middle.
Yeah, don't.
Red looks on in the middle. He might be able to screw back. Yep, that's what he's doing. Played for it nicely. Little screw back.
17.
Yeah, it's
No.
not a nice cluster, Roger. I don't really
No.
like it, is it? He probably needed to come down a little bit further then, and he could have gone into them.
Any sort of contact with the red just above the black will develop the 2 reds to the
Yeah.
right. So he needed to be just about an inch below the black to play that.
He's got that angle off the bottom rail to play into that red, Roger, so he might take that on. No, he's gone up high. He's got a red there into the corner pocket.
Not quite sure whether he played that with a lot of left-hand side to get round there, because it seemed to go a bit wider when he played it,
So he's got to hold this for the pink, I believe, Rog.
which is a good option because that leaves the other reds right next to it, and I think there's a red just below the red he's playing now.
25.
So they're starting to open up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a matter of working out the angles. Which is the red you pick off? This is the art of snooker, picking off the balls. This is the bit I like. So do you play this for the red to the left of the pink and make the pink on into both pockets?
No, he's just playing a little stun hold shot down for that red there.
Or do you play for the red
Mm.
to the right of the pack?
And this is the problem. Now he's just got to work this white ball with this pink until he can get into those reds or get down on the other
You can
side
see
of
there
black.
the red that's impeding
Yep.
the top left-hand pocket. That would be the ideal red to get rid of because then you've got more options. I mean, this is obviously the easiest red. Is the pink on into the centre? It is, or is it?
Just
Yes.
asking the referee just to. He might just pot this red in the middle and a little screw back for the pink in the other side.
I think he's got to play this red that he just looked at before, the red where we're looking at here, the nearest red, because he then plays the pink the same way he did before and leaves the red to the left of those 2 reds near the pink. So I think a little soft stun, right, and another stun, and he plays the red to the left, and he's away again.
Okay.
Picking them off, and he may have to go down for the blue, but he's made way for those other 2 reds. So this is the art of snooker break building for me anyway. I like this type of game where you've got to pick them off.
Has he held it there onto the pink spot, Roger? So the pink now will go onto the brown?
No, it's got to be.
He has.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And that's the second time we've seen that. We saw that yesterday with Justin. He
Yeah.
stopped on the black spot, didn't he?
Mm.
Which was a clever shot if you know it's there.
So
He
we
didn't
can-
have to do it because he's lost the pink now to break build off.
Yeah, but he goes follow through off the cushion back out here. He gets the right angle on the black. He can
And-
actually go into those reds.
Yeah,
that
and
you
that
were
top
talking
red
about
above the
earlier.
black, yeah.
correct. And that's what he's done. He's
Yeah.
just left himself that angle now to go into those reds and develop a couple. Hits that red you were talking about next to the two that are going into this corner pocket, Roger. He opens it up.
Yep. So he's starting to get queuing now. He's on 39. This will take him to 46. You just got to be careful with it.
No, he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still picking them off.
yeah.
He's playing careful, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Yeah.
That was the time, Roger. Again, and as the pros say, if you don't take those chances early of opening up the pack,
Yeah.
sometimes you can just run out of position and not get that
You
opportunity.
never get opportunity. But this way you don't miss.
Mm.
And you still got to make the mistake somewhere. Look, you can't argue. He's 3-0 up. So it's working for him so far. So
Yeah, 3-0 up there. A
I
little
mean,
bit adventurous for the crowd and open the reds up.
perhaps a couple of years ago he would have gone into those. Maybe they missed the black, but
Emma Thomerson. Down in Melbourne, watching the family. Supporting Ryan with his dream.
I think they're a lovely family. You know, Paul and Ryan, just nice people. And
Roger Pin just
Jacob Nash is watching.
Yeah, Jacob, he's been a little bit disappointing, Justin, at the moment. Just not getting into the game. Roger?
Yeah, he hasn't got control of the game. Normally gets control of the game, and at the moment Ryan's got control. They're both playing the right shot at the tactical times of the game.
I wouldn't underestimate him because he's capable of coming back. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's the importance of playing the right shot all the time. And this is something the pros always do. They always play the right shot.
There you go, Roger. This is what I was talking about about going into those reds earlier on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, again, he's landed a short shot on the blue. So now he's got to force his in with left-hand side to go into the pack. So this is what I was talking about before about going into those reds when you could have. So.
Yeah, again, you know, on pro conditions, they're going to open up a bit more, aren't they? And just that little bit faster.
Yeah,
but again,
take that opportunity early.
I know what you're saying, and but he's still got control. He's not lost the frame. He's not made mistakes. I think you're right. The black wasn't difficult to pot to go into them, and if you're guaranteed to be on a red, yeah, definitely got to play it. You know, but it's just horses for courses, really.
Well, if you're going to make it as a pro, you've got to be over there, and they're playing those shots. You need to play them as well.
Yeah.
So he's missed. Justin's got a little cut here on this red down near the bottom pocket. Ryan's got a 58 break, so 58-0 up. And Justin, this is Justin's chance to get himself back into this match. And he starts with a beautiful cut. Now, comes back up. Get a nice kiss together on this pink. Very nice.
And hello to Gary Norman watching from the UK. I think it's the Gary Norman, the billiard player. You might confirm that, Gary. But hope you're enjoying the streaming.
Well, Grant's all over him. Grant Meadley, another billiards player. So
there you go. It must be right. It must have the right Gary Norman. Lights his whiskey.
The routine instructor, snooker and 8-ball, Roger. Do you know who that is?
No idea. Is
Scott
it?
Matthews, is it?
Not sure if it's Scott.
Yeah, he's been composed, Long Deng, in the tournaments where he's won the last two finals, 3-0 down, come back to win 4-3. So, yeah, he's used to pressure, Justin. So I don't think it's the pressure. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, you're just not seeing the balls as well as you were the day before. But he's still got a lot of fight in him, Justin. I think he's a chance of still coming back. Beautiful pot there from Ryan. Down, cut the pink in, Roger. Just got to land higher. There's a red in the pack going to the corner pocket.
And we just found out who the routine instructor snooker and 8-ball is. It's Scott Matthews. Hello,
Scotty
Scott.
Matthews.
Haven't seen you for ages. Hope you're well. And I think I've seen a little bit of you on YouTube coaching. Hope it's going well for you. Hope you're enjoying the live streaming. And hello again to Gary Norman. Yes, it is Gary Norman, the billiard player. Very good billiard player as well. Came over for an Ian Chappell exhibition.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Kalara we played at. Robbie Folvari, Ian Chappell, Joe Minichi, and trying to think of the other. I can't think of the other guy's name that played.
Very beautiful player there. And got the lucky draw to stay on the blue to go down for the Reds.
Rob Hall was the other guy that was there playing billiards, and Rob and Gary both play billiards at a high level in the UK.
Drop this blue in. Red just above the two. Oh, Roger.
And again, position 9 cents of the law, just not getting there. If you played a natural run, you'd probably get there, but he was playing a stone shot.
Terrible shot.
Very hard to give it that little bit of extra.
Terrible shot. He's snooker now. He needs to just play off and try and get some cover on this red. Oh, he's going this side here. How's he gone between them? I don't know. He's hit it well.
That was a very good shot, wasn't it? I mean, 59 on the table, 58 the difference.
No.
Not correct?
No, it's not. He got a 58 break before that. And
Oh,
then
did he? So
that's a great shot there from Justin. A great shot. So he's put Ryan under a bit of pressure here. 4 reds available. So
the scores are not right on our screen, so we just found that out.
Well, Justin got that red before, missed the pink. Ryan's got a red and a blue and a red, so Gary's only famous for his socks. Yep. 58-0 it's saying, and a break of 58. So Ryan's played to get out of that snooker and left Justin in. The black is safe. So 71-1. There you go, 70 points a diff. So Justin's still in there with a fight. Got to take. Oh, he's gone up there for the blue. I thought he wanted to come back for the pink and just played some high colours there, Roger.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
Is he
trying
playing
to
as if this frame is gone and just getting queuing, because he's not really got queuing?
No, he hit those balls nice. Hopefully he can just get going again.
Yeah, sometimes when you get in this situation where you're back on the table and you really can't win the frame, you don't really have your heart in the game, in this particular frame. And
he's left himself there. Nice red. He can just go down and knock the black out. So getting some points, Justin.
look, I think he's actually looking at potting a red and a colour with this and getting the snooker. You can see that. There's certainly the opportunity to do that if he gets, the red and the colour. But he hasn't got the red and the colour, and he may concede, he may not.
I don't think there's a need to concede yet. He's 57 behind with 43 on the table.
Yeah. 14 points worth of snookers.
Yeah. Seen it done before.
Yes. It's been all the stories, isn't it?
And Ryan's playing a little bit loose at the moment, so left Justin in with a clear shot at that red. And he's going to catch the jaw and just sit in the pocket there, Roger. Just a little bit up there. Now, does Ryan take this on, Roger? Finish out the frame completely. No, he's going to play a snooker here behind the red,
I think he's
behind the
well.
black.
He's definitely moving it and taking it away from that snooker opportunity. Almost got a snooker himself, so I think that's what he was actually playing for, a snooker.
Well, Justin's got a chance here. He can knock off this red here onto the rail and put the white behind. No, he's going behind the black again. He's going for the double, Roger. Double trouble. No, he wasn't going to leave that red on there into the corner. Blue's in the way. Ryan's going to run a snooker here, Rog. He hasn't hit it. Well, Justin can get a couple of blacks here and get up to 30, 41 behind, 27 on the table.
Well, he needs 4 snookers, so could do with the red-black and then push the red down, try and get a free ball off the last red.
Yep. Now, if he creates a nice little angle here, Roger, he can play to land up behind the bolt colour and put the red behind the black, blue and pink in line.
You can see that he deliberately left himself low on that, and I just feel that he needed to be a little bit higher so he could push the red behind the black.
Correct.
Because that doesn't put any pressure on Ryan if the red is down towards a ball colour.
He had to play it the other way there, and he's played it nicely.
Yeah. So this is just a snooker, and there's no problem with it. It can't be foul and miss. But had the red been behind the black, and you could hit the black.
Ryan needs to get out of this. He's got out of it nicely. He's fluked it, has he? Oh. Yes.
Nothing up his sleeve.
No. Justin's conceded. 50 points behind after that fluke from Ryan there.
And that brings us to 4 frames to 0. 4-0 in the final of the 2022 Asian Pacific Snooker Championship. And we have a break at 6 frames.
Jamie M. Doesn't matter who wins, they won't cut the mustard in pro snooker. Jamie, it's not about cutting the mustard, mate. It's about getting over there, experiencing and enjoying it. So we'd rather stand behind the players than knock them down. So thanks for your comment.
Yeah, it's hard to say that you're not going to make it in something. Anybody that can play snooker, you've just got to learn to adapt to the conditions that they play in. You know, so yes, the conditions are different here, and you're going to play differently. But you get over there, you play top players, you start to lift your level.
Yeah, there's just no need for silly comments like that. They just people have dreams that they want to play and do things off. So let's just go there, enjoy it, and have a good time. And
I think it's the wrong comment as well, because do people know what it takes to win? Do you have to make a century to win a match or win a frame? You don't. You only have to make 80.
That's right.
And that's only 240s. So it really comes down to your thinking. And at the highest level, it's whoever gets in. So it comes down to tactical play. And they can all make 40s and all make 80s. And we've got, loads of players in Australia that can make centuries. We've had 9 centuries in this tournament.
Well, there's always an improvement. Like you make it here, you get on the tour, you go over there, you get a bit of coaching from one of the legends, and all of a sudden your game turns around and you're having a go. Like I'm sure Neil didn't go over there already being world champion and stuff. He had to work on it, he had to build on it, and look what he's become. So, and it's always going to be, you're always in with a shout as long as you're over there having a go.
Yeah, and that was 5 years down to his last 11 pounds. Remember that? So, and how good is Neil? I always thought Steve Misford would make it.
Yep. I
thought he had the game. It's just a matter of adding in all the tactical stuff. But you pick that up when you play.
Yeah.
If you get hammered every time you make a mistake. Well, you try and stop making those mistakes. You know, if you don't play safety and you get punished, well, you start playing a bit more safety.
Yes.
You know, it's relative.
But our two games are completely different. The tables we play on compared to what they're playing on, you know, we're always behind trying to catch up. So.
And how do you know that you may not adapt to those conditions, that you may play better under the pro conditions?
Yep.
How do you know that when you get over there, you don't get a super duper cue that pots everything, you know? You can get these cues that don't throw off with side. So I agree. I think, you know, give people a chance and let them have a go if they want to have a go.
I'll tell you what, even though I know that my game is massively underdone to make it, if I won this tournament, I'd go over and have a go. Just to have the experience of playing on the World Tour, playing those conditions, playing with the pros, you know, trying to qualify.
Yeah.
A bit of fun in your life, a bit of enjoyment.
Yeah. And you can tell by those comments you absolutely love snooker, that you want to be part of it, you know, live the dream. And you shouldn't deny anybody that.
Well, Ryan's got a long red here to play. Probably 2 cushions back out for the black, or stun and hold. Oh, great cue action, great screw.
So, yeah, he's loosening up now, isn't he?
In he. Hopefully we might see a big break from one of these gentlemen today. As they say, Roger, let their hair down. I can't let mine down, but they can let theirs.
What's happening to the world? Is it the hair products? I don't know.
Ryan can't let his hair down. Nice pink. So he's in with a chance here, Ryan. He's got 3 loose reds. Will he go into the pack early this time and not make the same mistake, Roger?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a mistake in the last frame because he won it, but it made it a little bit harder. You're right. It could have been. He could have opened them up and cleared them all up. And it's all over. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It really comes down to how you feel.
Does he go back up for the
2
cushions? Hopefully a bit more
low.
speed. Yeah.
This will be low, and this is the problem. You can't relax with position at all.
Well, you can get into this and click the outside of this pack here and hold for that red, Roger. It's a possibility.
Yeah, he's just looking at which red he'll hit when he plays it with screw. And it's going to hit that red right at the bottom of the pack in the centre.
Let's hope he pots this and gets on this red and gets a break. Nice pot.
Was a good shot.
On the red, hampered by the pack, obviously, has to bridge over the top. But he's still on the red, Roger.
Yeah. And you can see there was no effort there, so it's like he's back. And he's loose and looks like he's cueing all right. This is difficult. He's got awkward bridging. But it looks like he's all right, isn't he? Because he's not having a problem with that.
Yeah, very nice shot again over the top.
Played that quite well. Didn't seem to restrict him at all. He was going over 3 reds. So we're looking at pink, red to the left or to our right, and perhaps the blue, and then split off the blue.
Well, he's going to have to split them up. He's got no choice here, Roger. He's going to have to go into them. Does he just pop this and land high on the black and try it again?
Yeah, I think he is. He's positioned himself for the black.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, guys, talking about the tables and stuff, these tables, at least in England, you don't have to throw the whole kitchen sink at the ball to get it to move. In England, you're just touching small, soft shots. Justin's cue action with the short back would work perfectly over there.
Yeah. If you look at all the pros from yesteryear, very short actions. Even Joe Davis, very short action, long follow through. Fred Davis.
Yeah, I don't like that shot he's just played.
He's not left himself an angle, has he?
Yeah.
He So he may just run this through to the cushion and play the red down the end.
Yeah.
Hopefully leave himself a bit of an angle for the blue.
You're right, Mo. Justin needs a frame on the board. He needs to just get back into this game. I think this frame will be very important. 5-0 down, very hard. 4-0 down, hard enough. But get a couple of frames on, get yourself in. Oh, big shot to play here.
Well,
And
he's
there
trying to
it is.
force himself
Yes.
into the balls.
He's had a go. It's a, you know. Now he needs to just run a safety shot away. He's a double on Roger.
Well, it is. But,
No reds out in the open. Could get an angle back on the black again.
well, yeah, he's not playing it. He's playing down into the balk. And there you go. Quarter ball. This is going to be up behind the green somewhere.
Try and keep Justin colder with the cueing and the potting.
Yeah, I mean, he's got control of the game.
Has he got an angle here to go? Oh, he's putting him in the top. He just needs to run into the pack here off the bottom. Two
Hello
cushions.
to Sankaralingam. Hope you're enjoying the commentary and the streaming. We're very lucky to have that, thanks to Mounties.
And CueballTV.
And CueballTV, yeah. Very professional outfit.
Teasing us with a bit of breakfast while he
But
was
he-
stuck here.
But he was here early.
He was,
here
he
early
was.
setting up, so we've got to give him that, you know.
Drove
But
up
a lot
early.
of people have commented on the quality of the viewing, and we're lucky to have it. And it's been great. It's been a great innovation to Australian cue sports, because we not only do the snooker, they do the pool and things like that, but to be able to sit at home and watch it,
Yep.
it's just fantastic, really.
Also for the player, Rog, you know, I wish I had it when I was playing well and won that tournament and run up
Yeah.
here. That way I could have seen what I was doing right and go back to it.
Yep.
Now I'm struggling to work it out. So it's good to be able to look back at your matches and you know, see what you can improve on, and that's another thing about being a pro in England, and that you can learn.
Yeah.
You know, watching yourself play.
Yeah. And
So-
with the pros, having the professionals actually commentate, they'll tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and so you know, so you'll pick it up a little bit, you know.
Been embarrassing with Jimmy White and Stephen Hendry and Ronnie having you at the table saying, well, this is how he should have played that shot during the interval.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy White, when he was young, you couldn't really commentate on him because he was so out of the box, wasn't he? Like he did it, everything was unorthodox. He'd split the pack, he'd go into the pack. It made snooker exciting and inspired so many players. So did Alex Higgins, and this is where their importance comes into the game, because they, you know, revive and inspire the next generation. And we've got Ronnie O'Sullivan
scored
that's
that
done
thing.
that, you know.
Yeah. Oh, we've managed to see some great players in our time, so we've been pretty lucky. He's got a little pack here. You can run him safe behind one of the bulk colours, Grant Mealy, and the bulk N. And
You should say that a few
no,
times.
I'll just say bulk.
Somebody complaining about the way Alan said bulk. Grant Mealy. Oh dear.
Nice shot from Ryan there. He's covered this angle to run down off, and he's covered that other
That's
red
not a
on
bad
the
shot,
right.
is it?
Yes.
That's not a bad shot. He's got that triangle of a snooker on all the reds.
We're going
Let's pick the spot.
We're going to test Justin's eyes here and see how thin he can hit one of these reds on the right-hand side of the table, Roger.
So yeah, seriously, how are you going to get out of this? So I mean,
I reckon he can hit that red so thin there with the two together.
he could play actually a deliberate enough. If he can get past the two reds to the right and just hit this end red, he could play deliberate enough. That would get him out of trouble. To play that slowly, the cue ball could drift. So you don't know where it's going to end up. Sometimes you get a perfect shot with that, but if the in-off is on, That's the shot I'd be playing. Other than that, straight up and down the table with lots of sides to just clip a red. But he's seen something else. Now he's looking at the thin snip, I think, that you were talking about. And it looks like he's playing it with a little bit of right-hand side. Yeah, he's played it slow, so he's drifting the cue ball.
I like that shot. I like this shot.
Ooh, and it almost got the in off.
He's left him on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So I would have played something similar to that, not worry about the in off. Look at that, he's left the red straight through the centre.
Well, he's got the one there too below the black spot that he can play up towards the blue.
Yeah, both of them, definite options. I think he's going to play the red near the black because it gets him down the table and off a cushion. The other straight red into the centre would take him closer to the cushion. And once again, 2 inches, 3 inches short on the blue.
Yeah, he doesn't like to get on that right side of the blue, does he, today?
And has the option of the pink, of course, but that's not the ball he was playing for.
Play the blue, follow through, left-hand side, kick it around through the bulk end immediately, and back out to get on a red.
I think he'd be struggling to get around the table. But this makes the shot a little bit harder, just positionally. And he's chosen to take the red near the side cushion. So he's not landed perfect on it.
No, I wouldn't put it up there with one of his great shots. He's still got that red there just below the pink.
Yeah.
Or he can cut that red down the cushion and hold for the pink or screw back up for the blue.
Well, he has options. I think the red to his left there, right near the cushion, would be the shot. I mean, he's got an open pocket if he plays this red, and he's on the pink if he stuns it. But he's cueing downwards.
He's played that nicely.
He's played it perfectly, hasn't he?
And on the black.
That was a very nice shot, and that could have gone completely wrong. It was a very good shot. To play it at that pace. But this is the difference between you're 4-0 up, you're not thinking that you're going to miss anymore.
Yeah.
It's not in your mind, I don't think.
Really shout out for one of the guys who used to playing with you, Roger. A very nice game and a legend. Very nice guy and a legend of the sport in Les Higgins.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Les. And actually, Cale Barrett reminds me of Les a little bit because both of them have got perfect technique. Like, when you look at them on the table, their technique looks wonderful. You think they can't miss. And I remember playing Les in the 80s. I think it was 1985 at the Cumiala where he hammered me.
Yep.
I was only a kid, by the way, but I don't know how old Les is, actually. Whether he's slightly older than me, but I don't know. But beautiful cue action. Looked like he couldn't miss. And Cale's got a little bit of that as well. So, yeah, and nice guy to boot. And, of course, I think his brother, is it Neil? Is it Neil, his brother, referee? Or Rob? I'm not sure. Yeah. Hello, Les. I hope you're doing well. Nice part of the world, Tasmania.
Never been. Wanted to go down there for the.
Tell you what,
was it the Ron Atkins they had down there?
Yeah. And Ron Atkins was a legend down there.
It's a pity that they're not running that tournament. Haven't seen it for a couple of years. Hopefully they get it back after the COVID. There was a beautiful tournament to open up down in Tasmania.
Yeah. A wonderful place, Tasmania, especially if you want to buy real estate. And a hop, skip and a jump from Australia, isn't it, really?
Yep. Down the Great Ocean Road, get on your little ferry, take your car across.
There you go. Tasmania's beautiful. It's like
sounds
really
like
old
the place
world.
to be.
It's like living in the old world.
And get on one of Les's horses that he owns.
Has he got horses?
Yeah, I believe he has. Win some money on them. I don't encourage gambling, by the way, people. Great shot there from Ryan, back across the table. He's opening up now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little bit more relaxed, and he obviously plays better when he's relaxed, and shows his potential. And right now, Justin's in trouble.
Yep. Could be looking at 5-0.
Yeah. I mean, he's played carefully, hasn't he? We've been talking about him going into the pack. He's been playing carefully and concentrating on scoring and not making mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's this level that you want to play at a pro level where you're relaxed and you can just play your shots. When they play against top players, they're not necessarily expected to win, so they just can relax and play.
Yeah, and put pressure on yourself.
Yeah, there's no pressure against top players other than the fact that it's just about you when you get to the table. And look at this, perfect for the pink in the centre.
Kiss into that red a touch, stay on the pink.
The trouble with this is that if he does play into the red, it'll leave the wrong angle on the pink. So he's got the wrong angle on the pink now.
Well, you can play follow through and come off the rail and land on that red again, Rog.
But then but then he's further away. But that's fine. You're right. And Grant Mealy just saying that Les Higgins is a great billiard player too. Yes.
That's the shot he's played out. So
he's not really worried about it, is he?
No.
He's not worried about any distance, and from that view that we've got there, it doesn't look like you can miss it.
Just
And you go back to that first red he missed again, you know, early on. You know, now he's focused. He's got his mind into the game. And that was a bit dodgy.
He's gone back up for the blue again, overhit it.
Yeah, it didn't hit. It just something went wrong there, but it wasn't a clean pot.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
And we were just going to. I was just going to say that there was that red he missed when he wasn't focused, but now he's sort of half focused at least.
Some people think Tassie's part of Australia.
Yeah, I think brown to these two
Andrew,
reds
cheeky,
is an option here. So via two cushions, come across figure eight around the angles.
The red is on just below if you can hold it down there, Roger.
I'm not sure if the blue, if he pots the blue, he'll avoid
go to
colliding
brown
with the
and
top
go
two
around.
reds. So yeah, figure eight with this brown, I think, for the top two reds. Played it nicely. Has he put too much pace into it? Bit close to the cushion.
He's overhit it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So we've lost the score again. He's more than 38. I believe. He's going to drop this. Oh, he's run safe. I'll tell you what, he's controlled himself well today.
And that was a key shot
Nice
there, you
nick.
see, because you can see that the clearance is still on, but he's put a red on the side cushion with his safety shot.
Yep. So that was a 40 break there, taking him to 70 to 0. And again, controlling the frame. He's going to nick off this red. Nice shot there from Justin.
It was a very good safety shot.
Isn't it? Just kick up a little bit more. He's on that red. That's a beautiful shot. Well done, Justin.
You'd be very happy with that.
Mm.
You'd certainly be happy with it if you were a pro. That's exactly where you wanted to be on that shot.
Yep. Yeah, he's hit that nice.
And now Ryan's bringing the red he doesn't want to bring off the cushion. So
Now he's thinking about it. Does he really want to get that off? Does he play for the red down on the bottom rail here?
well, he needs to hit the red. He doesn't want to give 4 away because 67 on the table, 70 the difference. So there's only one mistake away from losing the frame. And that is a good option, just rolling up to it. The black is sort of out of play. I'm not sure if the black is on.
Oh, I think he can screw back up and actually get the black, put it back in play.
But whatever happens, he needs a snooker or...
He's got
free ball.
67. He only needs one snooker if he gets the black back in play and keeps going down there. And that's what he's playing for. Great shot. Great shot. So let's hope Justin can create something. He's done it before. He's capable. Nice shot.
Yeah,
Great
it's an
shot.
interesting position to be in because we've seen
Great shot.
Justin come from behind before and win
Correct.
matches.
Correct.
And that may have been the moment, if he does come back in this match, that may be the moment there where he's given himself a chance to win.
Gets a 4-1, Justin. He can, make a comeback. Go in the pink. And get these two reds with a colour and snooker him on the last red.
Yep.
Make it a game.
Yeah, it's just a case of where he wants to be positioned on that red near the top cushion.
Yep.
Because I think that's the one he'll do it on.
15.
And a case of where you want to put the red. Do you want to put the red behind the black, or do you want to put the red in baulk?
Hello, Rob Elsley.
16.
Saying good day. Gearing up, practicing for his Australian Masters defence, Rog.
Yeah, he played very well a couple of years ago when we had that.
So he's potted that black now. He's got the red along the rail that he's actually going to play the pot.
Yeah.
So he needs to just control this here, and he needs to get a snooker on the last red. I don't think he should pot it and get a snooker on the yellow.
So he's got options with the. I mean, he may try to take blacks with the reds to make sure he gets black with the reds,
Yep.
and then go for snooker on the yellow. And given that it's 4 points, I think that's probably a wise. Well, it's 5 points now, isn't it? Because he took a. Did he take a pink in there?
Took the pink at the start.
Yeah.
So he's just having a quick look at what he wants to do there, Justin.
Yeah. I think if he gets behind the yellow somewhere, he can run it up behind the brown and push the yellow down towards the black.
Well, he screws up here, gives the pink a little bit of a nudge. He's on that red. Great shot.
And it gives you the impression he's not playing badly.
No.
It's just that when Ryan's had a chance, he's taken his chances.
No. Okay. So
Just a bit tricky here because
Yeah.
the blue's in the way, the green's in the way of him putting the rest down on the table.
it's gone the snooker, Rog.
And
That's
there's
what
the
we're talking
snooker.
about. And great shot.
So he's looking at a free ball off the last red.
Yep.
That's how he's playing
He's
this.
played that well.
Now, snookers on this table, or on any of the tables, are a
Thomerson,
little bit
70,
tricky
Justin
because you get the
Sajich,
slide off the
31.
cushion. So, and the question here is the middle pocket in the way? Looks like he's going to play this forcefully. Yep. And he would have got a little bit of dig off that.
And he's
So
has
it's a
he got
good
the
shot,
snooker,
Ryan.
Roger?
It's a good shot.
I think he's got the snooker back as well. It's been a bit fortunate there. So Justin's up against it again. Bit of bad luck there for him. Hopefully he can get out of this snooker. Little bit of safety. Coming off two cushions, out he's got to miss the green. Oh, beautiful shot. Does he get lucky? Sits on that. Nice. So he's back in it, but needs a
Well,
bit of luck.
It was a good shot to get out of the snooker.
Mm.
The problem with this is that he can't really push the red away from the pocket without playing a push shot. He's got to play this very fine. Ooh.
So he's
Yeah.
given Justin a view of this red. Justin might be able to come around the table and get him back behind the black.
Yeah.
That'll be the aim. Oh, he's played it. He's left it over the hole. So unfortunately that's going to be the frame there. And 5-0 it should move up to Ryan.
One.
So Ryan's potted the red on the yellow. And one step closer to his dream of playing in England, Roger.
Yeah. And he's queuing all right, isn't he? I mean, the chances are now in the next frames that if he gets a chance, he's likely to make a big break and finish it off very quickly.
Mm.
And of course, people back in Ely,
Ryan Thomerson.
Brittany and Ely in Cambridge, they want that because they want to go to bed. So,
Players will now have a 15-minute interval.
mind you, they may stay up and celebrate as well. Yeah.
I think they're going to have a break now, 5-0 up.
Is that it? They've conceded?
He's conceded,
So
yep.
we've lost our screen here, so
He's
can't
conceded,
really
so
tell.
there's 5-0 up, Ryan, and they're going to have an interval.
they're having it now, or they were going
Yeah.
to have it after 6 frames.
Well, 6 frames could be over.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to keep going? Wouldn't you want to hold to the 6 frames?
Ryan would, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I mean about momentum. They said 6, you played a 6.
Yeah,
Why change it? That's not fair.
that's right.
You know. But anyway, it is what it is. I don't know if they're having that break, but we'll find out shortly. So we've got 5-0, and had a wonderful tournament so far, Alan. Here we are, 2022 Asian Pacific Snooker Championship. What's your highlight of this weekend so far?
I'll tell you what game. There was a game I really enjoyed, and that was between Andy Lee, who has been on the Pro Tour, and Ryan Thomerson.
Yeah.
And that was a great quarter-final there that Ryan won 4-3. And it was really tense. It was like a proper pro match. They were playing the shots. They were, you know, Andy Lee, a great player himself. He played really well, but yeah, so Ryan got away with that one 4-3 to get him into the final, the situation he's in now. So that was a highlight.
And he was one of the 2 players that are from the UK. I mean, Ryan's one of them,
Yep.
and Andy Lee the other, and they're both in the same side of the draw. So that could have been the final, couldn't it?
Yeah, correct.
You know, and that came down to the seedings coming through the round robin.
Yep.
Do you know what the criteria was for the seedings? So it was frames 1.
Yep.
Right, and then what was the next criteria? What was the second criteria? Players you play against.
Yeah, so if you beat that player,
Was it points?
if
after
you beat that player that you beat,
Yeah.
so if you were square and you beat that player 2-1 on your frames,
Yeah.
then you got through ahead of it.
Yeah. But what was when we came to the seeding in the last 32?
Oh,
Adam and Ryan both were seeded into the second part of the draw, so it's straight into, was it 16? I think they were straight into the 16.
yep.
What was the criteria? Because a number of players had won 3-0. So
Yeah, so Ryan and Adam didn't lose a frame
yeah,
at all.
Yeah.
So I believe Huss didn't lose a frame either.
right.
Then they based it on positioning of rankings.
In the Australian
In the
rankings.
Australian,
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, yeah.
But being a pro, like if Andy Lee, it would have been a bit different. I
Yeah.
believe.
So that's a bit awkward.
So
isn't
yeah,
it?
so we need someone to explain that to us outside of it.
Yeah, it would make sense to me if you did it off points.
Yeah.
Points scored, you know, and having said that, both Ryan and Adam scored very heavily early on, didn't they? Because they made centuries. Yeah, I
Okay.
thought that was a great game too. I mean, I didn't get to watch it because I was playing Glenn Wilkinson.
Ah,
You know,
okay.
I was busy being thrashed by Glenn. But I wanted to watch Andy. He's very methodical with his technique.
Yep.
I believe he's being coached by Terry Griffiths, and it was a very nice player to watch actually. And I played him in the 6 reds, and he was very correct in his cueing, correct in his shot selection. Playing a player like that, it's very hard to. They make less mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, they're very hard to beat. The other guy I thought was playing really well was Shang Yu Q.
Yep.
I think he's from Hong Kong. He was playing very well. He didn't adapt to these conditions. He normally plays on very fast tables with a very short cue action. And he was making centuries and getting through. Justin beat him 4-0. That was a good match. And there was another guy, I think it was the Vaj Harrier. He was going well too. He was making centuries as well.
Okay.
But he got beat by Shang Yu Q. I think it was 4-3. I think that match was 4-3. It's not on the list here that we've got, but that was a very close match, and I think Raj got in front with a 30 or 40 break, only for Chang to clear up at the end to win it.
Okay.
You know? So that was some good matches too. But another highlight, sort of separate to that, is Adam Waller's form throughout this tournament. He's played so well. I mean, he's been practicing here with Hassan Kurd, and but making a lot of breaks and feeling confident about his game. It was only when he got like 3-1 down against Justin that the wheels are starting to fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but up until then, he's been playing fantastic snooker.
Well, he was lost in the semis in the New South Wales a couple of weeks ago. He did well in the Ian Chapel as well. So he's starting to play a little bit more and starting to enjoy it here in Sydney rather than playing up in Queensland. And so there has been a few interesting scores, a few breakout. Justin beating James Misfit was a good win. Justin really informed and really playing well. He hasn't brought it today, but snooker is a game that, you know, day to day can change. So this break that they're having now, they're having a break, 15-minute interval. So Justin might, you know, pull his socks up and just change his game coming back and start seeing the balls well. Now it's after midday and into the afternoon.
Yeah, people start waking up. I mean, they get a lot of players that are morning players, and you get a lot of players that are night players.
Yeah.
I'm a night player. I'm definitely not a morning player. But and you might be a bit the same, because a lot of snooker players definitely play well into the night.
Correct.
Especially those that don't, you know, not part of families and things. What do you think has been the surprise of this tournament? Do you think there have been any surprises in this tournament? I thought Steve Lisson losing was a surprise.
Yeah, Steve hasn't been playing. They had a few personal issues, family issues, and Steve hasn't been playing. It was James. So hopefully they come back into it and start hitting the ball well.
I've only got 10 minutes to get
Steve.
this.
I played that.
I'll speak to you shortly. Hold on.
Kind of game, so it wasn't pretty. The young kids coming down from Queensland, I'm really happy to see young ones playing so well. Beautiful cue actions. Xavier Dorr,
Hayden Good.
nice cue action.
Yeah.
Hayden Good, as you played him, saw the close-up side
Very
of him.
good player, yeah.
And Jaden Dinger, also beautiful cue action, but bit of experience with the big boys, and those kids will certainly move forward.
I think if those players played these sort of tournaments all the time, they would really develop very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, I mean, you know, I'm getting on now and you're getting on, but I mean, you're a lot younger than me, but when we were young, when I was young, to get the information of how you do it, you either had to go to a serious coach. In those days we had Murdo Donoghue. We actually had other coaches around that were very good. Frank Hayward was a good coach. He had the right idea, Frank. A lot of people didn't think he did, but I think he did.
Yep.
I didn't realise that till later. You know, and then a lot of people go to England to get the coaching. But we didn't have the TV. We didn't have the snooker on the TV like they've got now.
Yeah.
And so you can get that information at an earlier age and get up to speed with how you do it at an early age. Now all you need is experience and the tournament play. And I think Adam Waller's done a good thing in coming to Sydney, because I think the standard in Sydney is a bit higher than Queensland.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I can be proven wrong with that, it's fine, but I just think it is. It always sort of has been. You go back to the 80s, the standard in Sydney was higher than Melbourne, and the standard in Melbourne is higher than Sydney now. Back in the 80s, you had Warren King, John Campbell, Leon Hayward, Johnny Gibbons. The list goes on of players that made centuries in tournaments. Jeff Miller was an outstanding competitor. You know, but now you've got Melbourne players, and you've got, you know, the Neils have come through, and you look at Quinton Han and Joel Younger, Steve Misford, James Misford, some fantastic players coming from Melbourne, and they're playing in, I think, close to pro conditions, because they're getting these clubs that are putting proper tables in, proper cloths, and proper conditions, and they're conditioned to play. I mean, Steve's got his own table and has got this super fine cloth on his table, so when he comes to tournaments like this, he expects to adapt quite quickly. You know, but he just didn't here for whatever the reason, you know, and I think that's where they have a slight edge on us. But the downside for them is that when they come to Sydney, they drop a little bit, because our conditions are different to theirs, so we have a slight advantage.
Yeah, correct. So they're in the 15-minute break, guys, so we're going to just log off for 10 minutes, give our ears and mouths a rest, and look forward to coming back with more games.
Yeah, we'll see you shortly.
table. Nice focus on it.
So what he said was I had to zoom in, press iris, and then focus at the key iris, and then zoom back out, which is what I've done on these ones. Yeah.
Are you right to go?
Ask Sam.
And welcome back to the Asian Pacific Snooker Championships 2022. Ryan, you can see, is up 5-0 over Justin. And Justin hasn't really got into the game. Played a few good safety shots and Ryan got out of him and then fluke safety back on Justin. So he just hasn't really got into it. And Ryan has been playing well, putting nice balls. No big breaks, but solid and containing Justin the best he can, because Justin, once he lets loose, is capable of pretty much doing anything.
Yeah, he's certainly playing very well, but just nothing's going for him at the moment. Ryan has been playing a very clever game, probably a little bit different to where he normally plays, and because I think normally he's free-flowing, just plays the shots that are in front of him, but he's been very careful today, and I think that's worked for him. He's certainly got the advantage, 5-0 up, first to 11. I think he would be a little bit more relaxed. He's still got to get back into it. Just had this break, this momentum thing, and sometimes the momentum can swing when you have a little bit of a break. I know it's not much, but sometimes it allows you to get your mind back into gear.
Well, Ryan's back in again, early start, easy red to start off with.
Yeah.
Looks like he hasn't hit that too well, so this could be it, Roger.
This could be.
6-0 win.
It could be over very quickly. We've all seen the big break at the end of a match, and this could be it. And he'd certainly be playing a little bit more relaxed than he was, at the start of the match.
Well, 5-0 up, he should be able to close it out. But we'll see how he goes. Nice red black to start with. Might be too soon to be talking about a 147, Roger.
It's definitely there. If you play for it, you can get him.
Could he be like Ronnie and ask the ref what the prize
money
is?
Yeah. $8.50.
So
anyway.
Yeah, he's got the red just below the pack there. That's on. That's nice. The other red there, come off 2 cushions here, Roger, and end up on either one, or just out and up.
Well, I think that he's going to go around the cushion.
Beautiful.
Well, he's got the angle to get on that red.
Angle. Yep.
And if he pots this, he will definitely have the angle to split the reds if he wants to.
Well,
now,
he's got the red below him. I don't think he needs to split them.
You can't change your thinking. You all the way through this, you've been going attack. And I'm changing now because I think that he can chance his arm a little bit now.
When we were out there, I said to him I wanted him to split the pack for me.
Yeah.
So
well, this is it. You just need a nice split with this. And look, if they open up a few inches, you only need to be on one ball. That's the only thing that stops you from making a break. Just one red to keep going.
Wouldn't he go out just play for that loose red below the pack and well, he's played for one in the middle.
I actually don't blame him picking them off because really this is not about making big breaks. This is about getting across the line, just getting the result and getting onto the Q tour. That's what really this is about. You can make all the changes later. Larry Forgan is going to donate the $8.50 for the highest break. Any more bidders? Anybody offer $9? We could have a bit of an auction.
Screw this back, create just a little bit of an angle for the red below the pack, in and out of the pack. Beautiful shot. Can he entertain the crowd with his shot, Roger?
It looks like he's going for it. You can see him winding up. No!
That's a terrible shot, Ryan. Oh.
Okay.
We're giving him raps, helping him out.
Yeah, he was rubbish, isn't he?
Yeah. What's he doing? So, safety shot to contain Justin again. He just can't get it. Justin just can't get in that little groove that he loves to get into. So hopefully now, there's a red up in the bulk end too. So running up there isn't really.
Yeah, forget the 147.
Yep, 147's
well,
over
definitely
on
not
32.
On now, yeah. So here we are, 5-0, first to 11, possible 6 frames.
To 6?
First to 6, best of 11, sorry, yeah. Possible 6 frames to go. Possible. People in Cambridge, Ely will be going, no, that's not possible. We want to go to bed. I don't think he'll let it go. I think he'll give it his all, Justin. I don't think it's in his makeup to just give up.
That's right. He has left him here to be snookered on there.
That's what you call 3-manning yourself, where you
Yep.
you leave somebody the opportunity to snooker you.
And Ryan has snookered him. The good thing is for Justin, the pack's there just to run up to and touch Rog.
Yeah, no danger with this. You can't really make too much of a mistake with this. You've got a big pack to hit. With this shot here, I mean, you can go off the cushion and aim for the pink, because you'll get the slide. You get a little bit of slide off there and hit the reds below it. And if
Hit that nice.
yeah,
Hit
now
that very nice.
if you did that and aimed for the pink there, you saw there you got about a ball and a half slide off that shot.
Yep.
And it's all about judgment.
Just nick off this red up behind the green, Rog. Bit of right hand side. No, plays it soft and gentle. See, I would have played it up there because I would have tried to get it away from that ball, from the pack. Now he's handing over control to Justin just a little bit. Now Justin might pot this red.
I'm not sure whether Justin's looking at this red to see if the red will go in off the blue.
Yeah.
But he's not. He just had a little look at it. But red into the centre.
Red into the centre.
Has he got the angle?
He hasn't hit it.
As he drops it in?
He hasn't hit it hard enough. He's got.
Yeah.
It was going straight in.
And it's just starting. This is the sort of thing that happens when things don't go for you. They go terribly wrong. And another opportunity to score. 32 in front. If he gets on the baulk colour or the blue, there's definitely two reds available. There's the red next to the blue. There's the red at the bottom of the pack or available. Just needs to get onto a baulk colour and
straightened up by off the bottom cushion. It looked like.
yeah, I don't know whether he played that right. I think you had to avoid coming through the back of the baulk colours there. I think you could have just gone down the table and come down the table again.
Do you roll him up here, Roger? Just behind the brown?
I think you might see that, you know. I think we're seeing the new Ryan. Looks like he's doing that.
Oh,
He might be potting it and then
yeah.
go the long red next.
He's
Yeah.
having a go.
That's what he's doing.
He's jawed it.
It's sort of like a half-hearted shot. He's,
5-0 up, he's changed his attitude there a little bit, hasn't he? I think at 2-0 or something, you would have rolled him up.
Well, even if you rolled him up, it was an easy escape. There wasn't any danger of leaving anything on. This red's on. This red on? It is.
Great shot. Great
It
shot
is.
there from Justin.
Isn't that interesting? Because
Oh, I was going to say that will sum up his whole afternoon,
Yeah.
whole morning afternoon, if that had gone in off.
but isn't that typical? Ryan's played that brown thinking, I won't leave anything here except this long red, and he snipped that one in. It didn't anticipate that.
Yep.
And he can't relax. Ryan can't relax. He's got to still keep going with his momentum, with his game plan, whatever it is. But he's playing. He's a different kind of Ryan here. He's playing a little bit more careful than normal.
Well, he knows when Justin gets in, he's a little bit, he's dangerous. So he's a bit worried about his game. Nice spot there in the blue, a little bit over. Would have been nicer, but still on the red.
Yeah, it hasn't really come far enough. He wanted to be a little bit further across, but he can still get his hand on the table. Screw back for the black, or blue, sorry. No,
Great
stun for the
pot,
black.
Great pot.
Now, I don't think, can he hit the brown off this black? Can he pot the black, stun off the cushion and hit the brown? Because if he hits the brown, it stops on the red. So he's just going to pick. Yeah, he's tried to do it and he's just hit it a bit too low. I think he needed to be a little bit higher on that one. But creeping his way back into the game.
Yeah, he's not out of it at all. He's still in the game. Nice little shot here, putting behind the green.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
And I think this is what we're going to see from Justin from here.
Yep.
No mistakes. Very few risks. He certainly will be trying to just get himself back into this frame.
Nice shot there from Ryan, just missing the pink. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit awkward. You can only run into it. Just needs to be careful that it doesn't leave a touching ball.
Yep.
Chance to
run
get
off it.
behind the black.
it's in Justin's hands now. Nick Elfie's really... Oh, he's just looking around. Says the referee, have a look.
Not sure if you can see the edge of the outside red. If he can, he will get to balk through that just via one cushion.
Put him down behind the green if he can. Again.
Yeah. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. He's tried to hit it thin.
Now, is that a free ball, Roger?
I don't think so.
No.
Only just.
Oh, it's tight, isn't it?
Don't know.
He's asked the referee to have a look at it. Remember the old rule, you can't be snookered by another red?
Yeah, so for those people uninitiated, you've got to be able to put the white ball or the red, both sides of the red. You've got to be able to hit both sides of the red on. So the outside red is the red on, and you would actually have to be able to contact that outside red, which is pointed to there, on its left side as we're looking at it. Now the question is, can the cue ball get past that pink to do that? Ryan's going for the free ball, and Justin's saying no. And it's a matter of a decision by the referee.
Looks like he's given a free ball, Roger.
Yeah, okay. And he's going to attack this, so this will be green-blue.
Oh, well, he's missed it anyway.
That was a big chance. Green-blue, split the pack.
Now, there's a big aim here for Justin in behind the yellow and green.
Yeah, to do that, you'd have to play it with a bit of pace. And he didn't want to do that.
He
Didn't want to open the balls up too much.
He's playing very tight this frame, Justin, trying to get himself back into the match.
Yeah, it's more of a containing shot. Didn't want to open them up, just wanted to leave no pot on.
Has he left a shot to nothing here? Ryan's having a look. The red just sneaks in there.
Not sure if this is a big plant with a bit of distance between it.
No, it's not on. So he goes the red next to the black.
Black's gone the side cushion.
No, it's over the middle. So he's left Justin an opportunity here. The way Justin's playing at the moment, it's big, but Justin normally would knock this in and get back on the black.
Now, he's had that same shot a few times in this game, or in this match, and he's missed it every time.
Yep.
So something's got in his head with that shot, because I saw that shot earlier. And this is almost like, well, you know, it's nowhere near like the shot that Ryan missed in the first frame, but this is an opportunity.
Yep, Ryan's back in again.
Just needs an angle on the black, if he decides to go the black. Pink's on, obviously.
Oh, he's missed that.
Yeah.
So now that he's missing, this is Justin's chance. Pot this red with the jigger, hold it for the black. Take advantage of Ryan. Ryan shouldn't be missing shots like that.
Well, this is what we talk about with the mental side of the game,
Yep.
because the only thing that would ever stop Ryan missing that is just what he's thinking while he's playing the shot.
Now, pot this red, stay on the pink, and you can manoeuvre this white around. Nice shot. Pots the red with the jigger.
Yeah, might see him run through this. Not sure what red's on. Definitely the lowest red is on. And if he takes that, he'll be on the black. He's got the obvious black over the pocket, and you could run through that and play the red into the centre pocket, but this gives him the option of playing that low red. A few ways of looking at this. If you take the black with this, yes, you're bridging over the pink. He's not playing it anyway, so, but it's just a case of getting across to that red on the left as we're looking at it. and it looks like did he play that with a little bit of left hand side, a bit of right hand side? It's not really got. It looks like that red is on.
I don't think that red's on.
Well, maybe he thinks it's on, or maybe he played it with side and didn't get the side. I just didn't get where he wanted to be anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be happy with that shot. He's now got to knock in this long red.
Yeah.
Black's over the hole though, so yes, great shot, great pot, great recovery. Now he's got 2 reds going into that pocket there. He's not on that black, he's on this blue. He might get on that red below again this time.
It's sort of in between positions here because you've got screw and left hand side to get on this red down here. He stun screwed it
nice
actually.
Shot. Very nice shot.
It's a stun screw. So
go the red with next to the brown and then open up those reds and the black will send you back down there, Roger.
That looks to me like it'll be a simultaneous hit.
Yeah.
So that would be, I think, maybe a foul shot.
I think it would be alright.
You think it'd be alright?
Yeah, I think it'd be alright.
You turn the other way while he plays it?
Yeah. Can you not look at it?
For me, that's a foul. I mean, I don't know. It depends.
Well, the
on
other way
perspective.
you can go that red 2 cushions back out for the black, go down for that same red and create that angle.
Yeah.
So he's got that option there as well.
I mean, that would be the shot to go if you could go it, because you're developing balls and getting the brown out the way. But you see, he's not taking that risk.
It's a
Not
nice shot.
really getting around the cushions, is he?
No, he's not hitting through the ball the way he was the last couple of days.
Yeah.
But he's potting them, so he's still in with a shout.
It doesn't look like he's got an angle on this either. Yes,
That's
he did have
better.
an angle.
That's better.
Slight angle, and that's perfect now.
Yep.
Now he won't get the simultaneous contact. Okay. And is this red to just underneath the pink? Is that on into the top left?
Once he moves this red, I believe the 2 reds will be on below, yes. So he just needs to remove this red. Little follow through for the black.
Is he going to go red-brown?
Yeah.
But if he goes red-brown, he's not necessarily going to be on a red unless he takes a red into the centre.
You just need to know that angle that he's going to go on that. So he's going to pot this now. He's going to go the brown, Rog.
He's going
Oh,
the
he's
pink.
going the pink. Great shot. And a little bit of the side there.
I didn't say it's side, but it's a really good shot because look at the position he's got.
It's perfect.
If this end red is on, it's a stun shot.
Yep.
And he's on it, you know.
He's playing some nice shots here, Justin, just to get him in and around those balls again.
Well, according to the scoreboard, 1 point behind. This puts him 5 in front. And back in the match. It's not over till it's over.
That's right. Nice shot there. Now, he's got those 2 reds to deal with, but he's got these 2 on here.
Red pink, screw back 2 inches,
He looks
or
like
run
he
through.
might be running through for the black.
He ran through.
Now, has he created an angle here to break this red up and also stay on the red?
That's the
I
shot.
think this is a shot to play.
That's the shot. He's only got to hit the reds. He doesn't have to hit them hard. And it's gone wrong.
Yeah. He
It's
just
gone
doesn't
wrong.
seem to be hitting the ball.
He stunned that. He didn't
Yeah.
look at. I was going to say he's left a plant there, but you'd have to be colourblind to actually play that because the brown looks like a red if you're colourblind. You know. But I've seen people do that. Yeah, he stunned that. He didn't get any screw in it.
Yeah.
He had the shot was a screw, either a pacey screw shot with a bit of arc or a screw stun. I think screw stun would have been a more accurate shot. And it was so important to get on that red. He could have actually split those 2 reds from the next black,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
I think he'll regret
Yeah,
playing
another
it that
8
way
in
now.
front. Yeah, 19. So, well, is he going to go and try and cut this red in? No, he's just running it safe, making sure that Ryan can't hit it. So he's got to hit one of these 2 reds here and open them up a little bit.
It's not a bad shot,
Yes, I like the shot.
and that's a tricky shot actually. Yeah, this is a good option. 2 cushions, get behind the red.
Ryan just runs him up to that red, touches it.
Yeah, and that's a good option. It was an awkward shot. He had an awkward shot there, and had he played the red near the pink, that could have gone wrong. But I can see, if you can see here, if he snips off this red fine, and puts him somewhere down behind the blue on the baulk cushion, Ryan's got the same shot again, but from further away.
Well, he's got the snooker here. That's a great
Yeah.
shot from Justin again. So he's
So-
playing a nice solid game at the moment.
So now he's got, but has he got a fine shot on this red? Can he? Maybe this red is on. It looks like it's snippable. If he's going to play it at the pace to get down the table, this may be the same pace that pots the red.
You're right, Roger. Ooh. Nice try there from Ryan. So
Now,
he's left Justin
this is the
there.
shot Justin was missing on the other side of the table,
Ryan Thomerson, 37.
and it's really a bit straight, so it's difficult to get position. I can actually see Justin potting this and playing a snooker on the green. Well, he had an angle. Forget that.
He hit
Then.
that beautifully, didn't he?
He had an angle.
Now he's starting to hit him. That's good.
Well,
I don't think he's got an angle to hold for that red, but he can screw down and play the red below the black.
He's
held it
tried to,
beautifully.
yeah.
Well done. Well done. Well, this could change everything now. Justin might get in and start seeing the balls well.
what do you play here? Do you play a screw shot and play the brown, or do you run through for the black?
No, a little screw shot. Even try and play the pink in the middle.
I think if you play the brown, you get the brown back on its spot, and you've got an easy positional shot off the brown for the red on the
Yeah,
top
you-
cushion.
Got to take a deep screw here. Even just pinch the pocket a little bit.
Just a matter of what Justin prefers with a shot.
That's right.
So I hope you're enjoying the streaming, and it looks like we may have a match on our hands if Justin wins this frame. Certainly has the advantage going to the end of it.
It's a beautiful shot there. Little screw back on that red. Follow through here.
20 points in front.
Yeah.
This will make it 24. Red and the black, and
He's
we
on
have a
the board.
match. So this is an important red.
Yep.
Now he doesn't really have to get high on this. Just needs to pot this, because anything below the black gives him a natural angle to get on the yellow.
He's missed it.
Yeah.
And
See.
it looks like he might have left it over the... Oh, no. He's left it on. Ryan, 24 behind. He sort of jabbed at that. He didn't hit it as well as he's been hitting the balls.
That was like an unsettled shot. It was
Yeah.
like a first frame shot. You know, he knew in his mind that he needed to pot that, and I think he stunned it because he wanted to make sure that he covered the pocket with the black. The red's gone down the table anyway.
His timing's out. He's just... Rhythm isn't there at the moment.
Yeah,
So
just you're right. Yeah.
if he wins this frame, he might slowly get it back into action. Makes him dangerous.
Ooh, can you imagine that?
Well, he's
Well-
back in again, Justin, so
24 the difference.
screw back up, take the brown, blue, green, brown, blue.
Needs the green, at least the green, but I think he would play for the brown.
Got to
with
take the
this.
brown. Make sure that Ryan needs snookers. Nice shot, there you go.
And there you saw off the cushion with the view he had, a touch of right hand side as well. So it's not ideal on the brown, but I think he'll still take it if it's on.
Well,
Yep, definitely taking it.
screw back off the side cushion and back out for the other.
It's definitely the shot, and he had to play it firm to get on the green.
So now
But
Ryan needs snookers.
Needs a snooker. So 3 snookers required, and Justin's on the green. I don't think he'll be thinking of missing now. I think he'll be a bit relaxed in this frame for the first time in the match, probably. Getting a frame on the board is so important in these finals. You don't really get settled till you get a frame on the board. And you look at some of the finals we've had in history of professional snooker. There's been a lot of matches where, you know, the opponent hasn't put a frame on the board.
It's the first time
For
he
a
actually
while.
went around and looked at that green angle. So maybe his head's starting to now get back into the match,
Yep.
and he can start being a bit free.
Oop. Yeah. Not settled, do you?
Yeah, every now and then he just sort of doesn't hit it the way he's been hitting it all week.
Yeah. When he thinks about, I think it's the same for every snooker player. As
Yeah.
soon as you think about it on the shot, you're not doing what you normally do.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you normally do when you're playing snooker? You normally think, "I'll pot this. I want to get on something."
Yeah.
But when you're under pressure, you think, "I've got to pot this," and then you're worried about potting it, and you're queuing. You can almost see yourself queuing without and thinking. You know, it's a funny thing. But that's a frame on the board for Justin. That'll settle his nerves a little bit. That'll unsettle Ryan a little bit, and unsettle those people in Ely, in Cambridge, in the UK. I think it's a case of putting the kettle on and getting some coffee on, because we might be in for a little bit of a
Yeah.
night. So here we are, 2022 Asian and Pacific Snooker Championship. At the very end of it, Ryan won the first session 5-0, first to 6, and Justin's taken his first frame, and we're going to see now whether this affects Ryan going into the next frame.
Well, yeah, well, I'm not going to say it's over at all. I wasn't even saying it was over at 5-0.
No.
I think Justin's got the game that can produce something. And
Yeah.
he just doesn't, like you said, doesn't seem settled, but hopefully now he might just settle down and open up a little bit and play like the Justin we've seen for the last couple of months.
Yeah.
You know, he was looking around, he was getting into it again, and he looked pretty solid there on a couple of shots. So, and Ryan 5-1 up. Well, I think he was wasn't as carefree as he should have been. I think Ryan, with having that lead of 5-0, he should have, you know, basically he was in early, so he should have finished the match off then. But Justin's back in, and let's, you know, see if he can make a comeback.
Yeah, the one thing that happens when you're behind both sides of the coin is that the more Justin wins, like if he wins another frame, it starts to add the pressure. It starts to add the tension back into the game. Not what you want if you're Ryan. And then it gives a bit of hope to Justin as well. You know, I think if I play this way, I can win.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. A ball at a time, a frame at a time. It's not impossible. I've seen some big deficits broken down
Yeah.
in the past. Dennis Taylor winning the World Championship in 1985 was miles behind Steve Davis. There's one final. Of course, then you get one-sided final. Steve Davis and John Parrott. It was like 18-3 or something. And then John Parrott came back the next year and won it against Jimmy White. So,
It's 5 frames to 1.
not with unpredictable, and we'll just have to see.
Yeah, it's just Justin breaking off. And that's a better break as well. That's a nice break.
Yeah.
So, to put a bit of a spring in his step.
Again, not quite reaching the baulk cushion again off the break.
Now, there's
But-
a red here that Ryan's can look at to the left-hand side of the table there, but if he follows through, does he leave the reds on above the black?
No, the red's above the black.
I thought
And
he'd
not
be-
on.
I thought he would have taken that shot. He must have been snookered on it. Plays another safety containing shot.
And there's
Just
the
left
thing,
it
isn't
on.
it?
Yeah.
There's the thing. I mean, you'd think that's the shot. I mean, we'd all play that shot where you just run to the top cushion, but sometimes you don't get the red right, and now it's definitely a shot on,
And he's potted it.
and
Now,
he's missed the
Justin
baulk colour, so
might have some confidence in his game now, Roger.
yeah, now it's not got the ideal position anyway, so I really can't see this break going any further. If he knocks the blue in, he might come up behind the red.
Yep.
On the right cushion, which might give him a shot into the baulk pocket. He may slip past it, we don't know, we'll just see. In which case it's on.
Oh, he's missed the pot though.
Yeah, I think I got a feeling he felt like it was going in off, and he was trying to swing that away from the in off.
Well, Ryan will run another safety shot. Trying to put him up behind this yellow.
Well, he certainly had the direction, but not the pace.
Yep. So we'll just run off the pack a little bit here and see what we can get out of it. He's opened them up a little bit there. Now, does he miss the bolt colour? And that's another issue, hitting those bolt colours, Roger, when you're running safety. You've got to get past them.
Yeah. The best way to get past them is figure 8 safety, where you come round the side cushion, just as you do with the brake.
Yep.
So you always come behind them.
Play this red, open up the blacks, get the black free.
Yeah, I'm not sure that will happen this time.
No. He's hit that forward to try and land it behind the yellow, so...
But look at the direction he had to get behind the yellow.
Another nick off the red below those.
I think this will be played the same way. Now he's got
that
the
fuller
pace
this time.
between the brown and the green.
Little kiss, little nudge for safety. Ooh. Now he's left Ryan on here with a pot, and pretty much all he's got. Does he take this pot on, Roger?
Let's have a look at it. Yeah, not sure if we're taking on the pot.
Nope. He's left a plan. Has he been watching Justin play these plants?
Yeah, I don't think you take. Well, I mean, it's quite possible you take it on, but I can't see it because there's no position off it, no definite position. And I don't think Ryan is up. Oh, sorry, Justin is up for taking any risks at the moment.
He's got the red on the right hand side there on the rail that he can play off and put him in the bulk area. So a couple of options here. Either way he's going to put him down there. It's just a matter of where he's going to leave him. It's another ball colour.
So you can see what's happening here. The balls are getting tied up, the colours are getting tied up, and it's going to be one of those games that drag the momentum down and the rhythm and the timing down.
It's turning into an ugly frame.
And for me, this is to Justin's advantage. It certainly stops you winning the game at one visit, you know.
Beautiful.
That was a
shot
very
there.
good shot, wasn't it?
Has he got the snooker?
Very good shot. I mean, that's a shot that normally would win you the match because you get in off this. And when you look at it, it's only a couple of balls, 3 balls safe. If you look at the reds on the side cushion, this red nearest to us, the red nearest the middle pocket on the other side. It's 2 balls towards the top right-hand pocket.
I think you'd be aiming to try and get down there amongst them if you can, Roger.
Oh, he's got this. I think if he can get to this red down
Oh,
here,
can
he'll
he?
be playing. Well, I'm not sure if he can. I'm not sure if he's touching this yellow.
If you can, it's actually down the rail. No. He's just playing the red below the black. He's missed it and left
Yeah.
Ryan
What's
a
he
cut. It's going to be a big break to win from here, but he's left him on.
It's not too bad. Like the way Ryan's been playing, he's been trying to pick them off. He's been playing careful. If he plays the same way, he's going to score and then leave nothing again.
He's getting put back. Yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. I would have actually played that shot. He could actually leave him safe this time where he hasn't got a shot. So, yeah, each to their own, but
Well, he's looking for an easy starter. I think that's what he's looking for. He's not worried that if he gets out of it, he'll just play another safety shot. But if it goes wrong, you could get an easy start and make, you know, a small break and get away from him a little bit.
I can't see it going too wrong though, the way he was playing it then.
Well, it looks like
And now he's going up this end.
yeah, he's changing his angle, looking at the other option. Just trying to nestle on this red.
He's played that nice. Very nice.
Yeah, now you can see what he's done there, but because the colours are very much tied up, the only shot I can see here is red for blue, which means you've got to pot 2 balls. Now he's not doing that, he's screwing back. It looks like he's going to screw back.
See, I thought that other red was easier than this one, Roger, to start it.
Yeah, well,
Going away from the reds, you know.
Yeah,
Now, this is B. If he draws this and leaves it in,
yeah,
yeah, it's a chance. But
so
he's
that's
played it well.
that's a wonderful screw shot, isn't it?
Played it well.
And unless he's
Yeah.
on the green.
He's on the green.
Is he on the green? It looks like he's on the green.
Does he play another containing shot?
No, I think you've got to go this. We've got an open pocket with. Well,
No,
he's
he's
playing a
playing a
snooker
snooker
behind the
again.
yellow.
Gee, this is very reserved, isn't
He's
it? This
playing
is a bit
hard.
harder, but
Yeah.
so this is now the angle that you can play to get nestled down into these reds down the bottom right-hand side there in the
Yeah.
corner.
I think Justin will just do the same thing with this red, but
No, he's doing the same thing. Yeah.
doesn't really have the option because you can't. It's very difficult to play the other way. You'd have to use the spider. So this way, if he plays it the same way, he's leaving the cue ball towards the cushion, and he's
This, I'll
played
tell
that
you
very
what,
hard.
this is where I was talking about needing to go. Does he kiss that red? Beautiful
Well, that
shot.
is a brilliant shot.
Beautiful shot. That's what I liked
Yeah.
about that shot, Roger. Leaving
Right.
him down in these reds.
Write that down. Write that down. That was a good shot.
I'll tell my friends about it.
Write that down. I mean, that was a good shot. You saw that.
Yep. Great shot. Snicked off
He
there.
hasn't got the pace on that
No.
one. So you can see the battling qualities that Justin has. He's just been in 2 really difficult situations and extricated himself from those situations. And now, if he gets a shot right, can get behind the baulk colour himself. You have to play this very thin. Oh, too thin. Yeah. Now, does the long red give you the pink? Are you on the pink if you pop the long red? I don't know from this angle.
He's
I
got.
don't think so.
He's got a shot to nothing, has he?
Yeah, it looks like it actually.
Yeah, he has.
That's a very good shot. Very good shot.
He's picking them off nicely, isn't
Yeah, it's being careful. And this time,
he? This time he's on the yellow.
quite sure to take the yellow one. And it looks like he can operate from the pink, so I think he's just got to get down to this red near the middle pocket. If he can get to somewhere between those 3 reds, that little triangle of reds, he can operate off the pink. Now, yeah, he's all right. Could have done with being further down in that gap.
So pot this red, come back up for the pink. Start just building around the pink like you said, Roger.
Yeah, it looks like the shots of play, and then just work yourself down to the black, towards the black. Nothing wrong with that. No, it just depends. Is the pink on its spot? Is the question. If it's on its spot, he's all right. He can just run through to the cushion and back out for this red, right next to his cue ball. Can also play the red that's halfway between the black and the pink.
Could have been done with an iron this morning, Larry. I believe that they don't have an iron here, so they haven't ironed it, which is disappointing to see. Yeah, it looks a bit slower. It's not playing too bad from what the players are telling us, but it could be a little bit quicker.
And that was the red I was talking about. He's played it absolutely perfectly for that red. Absolutely perfect. You could not play that any better.
Yeah.
Now you just need to screw back about 2 inches, and you have a slight angle to screw back for the red next to the pink. So just needs a slight angle with this pink, not too much, otherwise you'll contact the red. But he looks like he's the other side. Not ideal, I don't
He
think.
might look to come back across again, Roger.
Is it, is the red on? If he stuns it, is the red on into the right, top right-hand pocket? Is this other red on into the top right-hand pocket? No, the other red doesn't look like it's on. This red is, just needs to play a stun shot.
Yep.
Soft stun. Yep.
Just play this little through, little kiss off the pink, so the pink's on in the middle.
Now this, yep. Now this is key, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, the problem we've got with this is this has not gone right for him because now he's going to be hampered by these reds when he plays his next shot. When he plays his pink now, he's got to bridge over these reds.
Shoot that pocket just a little bit. Now a little screw back here, Roger opens that red there. The red that he's aiming for after that is in that little cluster above him. So 26 in front, takes in a 33, extra red 34.
Yeah, I'd be screwing off this and just playing the red next to the cue ball.
Correct. Oh, he's missed it.
Yeah, from that angle, I mean, if you saw an action replay of that, you could see him just wiping a bit of side on that, just steering it slightly. And that's not trusting your first alignment.
Yep.
You're going, oh, I'm not quite right. Just play it a little bit wider, and then hoping it goes in.
Now he hasn't left Justin a lot down here with the pink and with the black and blue not on. But Justin's played a nice little screw back, try and get the pink in the middle.
Yeah, a lot of left-hand side on that. Not a lot of power in that shot, but he's got this angle. If he pots it, he comes down the table anyway.
Yep. Pot this going to be between the yellow and the brown. But he's
This
got-
is the trick, just
gotta get
being able to
around.
pick the angle.
Mm. Is that red that's on just below the black?
Yeah, just not
Yeah,
hard enough,
just
wasn't
not
it?
hard enough. And that's he's been his story his whole morning, whole set, whole game. He hasn't really been hitting them.
But he
hard
can
enough.
still pot this. If he just judges where he hits the cue ball, he can come down the table. And he used side, I think, rather than use, get lower on the cue ball, he used side to bring the cue ball down the table.
Yeah. Ryan's in here again. Nice stun drag through. So this red is on just below that little cluster there. So pot this pink in the middle, hold for that red, and in and out.
Now just bear in mind that he played another pink into the middle before. Isn't in his mind when he plays this shot. Is he going to steer this one?
Mm.
No, he's played a more solid shot there.
Yeah, he's got to screw out of here.
This will develop ball, so if may even no, I don't think it will develop the blue.
No, that other red's on there, but he's got to kick out, try and get on the pink again. There's going to be a lot of power in this shot. Let's see his cue power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got a little bit of an arc on that, didn't he? It didn't work out for him. Also, I don't think he hit exactly where he wanted to with the red.
You know, he's going to run up to the black here, so Justin's not on the red. He ran over the hole. Is there a red on below the other red? I'm not too sure. No, it doesn't look like it. So
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's a tricky shot now. Certainly can't pot the red that's over the pocket unless he goes up and down the table, and maybe that's what he's got to do. Can he get behind these two reds near the top cushion? Can he actually get to the bottom cushion to get to this red? No, he certainly can't. I can't see him attempting to pot this red over the pocket either. There's sort of no shot there.
No, he's got him in a difficult situation here.
The only shot I can see at the moment, if he can't get to these two reds, is to play off this top cushion and just snip the red and just run up a bit behind the blue.
Oh yeah.
That's the only shot I can see that he could play, and well, you've got to think of it first. The other shot he can actually play, it leaves a red, that you can't play that. So he may be trying to just use the slide of the cushion to get behind the reds. And that was the shot I was going to say to play, but he always leaves this red down on the top. So maybe that was the only option he could think of. There was one other shot, and that would be to play that red on the side cushion and just bring it off the cushion and let it be in the way of the other red over the pocket. That was the only other thing I could think of there.
Screwed out there, so he's on the pink in the middle.
And it's the same pink he had before. Don't panic.
Just run it through, make sure you're on the red over the hole.
Yeah, well,
Or
again,
the other red over the
it's
middle.
the same type of shot as well, because not only is he hampered by the red below it, he's playing a soft screw for this red over the centre, so it's a similar shot, and he's got the red over the pocket as well. But he might be just dropping this in, which I think helps him a little bit.
Yep,
there you
got
go.
it this time,
There
straight
you
in the
go.
middle.
Massive opportunity now to win the frame in the match and the tournament.
And a chance to go on the tour in England and have a real go. That would be nice.
So he's still got to be careful. So it needs to get at least level with the black, if not slightly above it.
Check the pocket a little bit and just throw it. Yep,
And he has.
nice shot.
So black, red along the top cushion, and then the pink.
A little bit of a screw shot into that red, Roger. Knock it down away from the black so the black's on the other side.
Oh, I don't know whether to play that, because I wouldn't want to land straight on this red.
He's going
Accidentally straight.
on the pink.
Yeah, that makes it. Oh, half a pocket to
yeah.
aim at. He's
And
got
he's
it.
got it in nice. Yep.
Yeah, so preferred that to the other one. And this has been the tail of the tape, as they say, all the way through the match. He's been careful, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Been careful about how he's played. He's not just flown into the balls and just let the cue do the work and everything. He's just been very careful and thoughtful. Just caught that first jaw there. Don't panic. All right.
So he's 42 in front.
So
51 left on the table. He's on a colour. Come down, two loose reds down near the black, below the black. So this is a big shot for position.
now you've got an option here. You could go off two cushions, side cushion across the table and then onto the top cushion and give you a choice of two reds. Or you can screw off the side cushion and go into the black and be on the red that way. It's just a matter of choice. 42 the difference. 43 on the table, oh 51 on the table, there's a red on, there we go, we've got the side cushion, two cushions there.
Yep.
And again, the slide got him, but he's still got this red.
Yeah.
That was the choice of the two reds, he's got the other red.
Drop this red in, you're on the pink in the corner.
Yeah.
17.
I'm not
So-
sure if this cue ball is going to collide with the other red.
Red colour gets him safe, Roger. Just a red colour.
Yeah.
Game over. covered that nicely. He's on the pink.
So I'm not sure. I think that's 43 the difference now.
Yep. Just needs this pink, and Justin needs
If the
Snookers.
scores are right on here. I'm not sure if the scores are right on these.
They're right. They're right. No, they're right.
Not sure. Yep. So if that's the case,
43.
Just
This
needs
will
the
go
pink.
49. 43 on the table. That's it.
well, there you go, Ryan. It's like 6 years of practice for this one moment.
24.
And they're screaming back in Cambridge, nearly.
Yep.
Might be able to get our cars detailed for free now.
Ah. Sell the business, become a pro. Does he get the red out here?
No, he's in the detailing business.
Just making sure.
Great shot. Very good shot, and that's it. And he's back. What a wonderful effort it's been. And it's not really been a 1 year effort, has it? It's been a 6 or 7 year plan to get here, because he's tried this a few times. And here he is. He's achieved what he wanted to achieve. And we're looking at 6-1. Finishing off in style. Yellow with right hand side, maybe?
No.
Yeah.
Does he put on a show for us, Roger?
Well, he doesn't have to play this hard, but he just needs to play the shot, and I think he can play it. And and there's the side. And he's done it.
Let's just shake it in hands.
Congratulations to Ryan Thomerson, winner of the 2022 Asian Pacific Snooker Championship, beating Justin Sajich 6-1. Great game.
Yep. He's done well, Ryan. He's earned his position there, so he gets 2 years on the spot tour in England, which is another great Aussie.
$4 grand to go towards it.
$4 grand going towards it, which doesn't mean much over there in pounds, does it, Roger?
Well, £2,000.
£2,000
approximately, yeah. Yeah. And
Buy a new suit for his tour, for his spot.
Yeah. And it's a good result because he lives over there.
Yep.
And he can finance it, and he can have a go now, legitimately actually have a go. This is what he's worked for a while. And it's been a good tournament. What do you think?
It's been a great tournament. And Ryan's sister there, congratulating him online. Fantastic. Thanks, Emma. Great win for your brother. And Ryan's girlfriend. Now she has to do 60 hours a week to support him while he's on the tour. So hope you look forward to that.
I'll look at that Mike Peachy watching. Hello, Mike. Wonderful guy, Mike.
Great effort, Ryan. Well done.
We never thank you, Mike, but thanks for all the work you've done in the past. Congratulations, Emma and Brittany. You can go to bed now if you can possibly sleep. But that's wonderful news that you got through. It was a great match. I think a deserved win. And it was about getting over the line today. He didn't have to do it with any sort of style, any sort of big breaks. He just needed to score and win the match.
Yep.
And that's what he's achieved. He's done it.
That's what he aimed for. This game, I don't think he aimed for any big breaks, just to get in there and make sure he won.
Yeah, and you just don't know where this can go. I mean, we've had a few people comment saying, you may not make it in the UK and all this sort of stuff. You don't know. It's a step at a time.
Yep.
And this is a step forward in the right direction. And this gives him a chance to at least try to find his potential as a pro, And that's what it's all about, finding your own potential. I'm not a doubter. I'm not a person that thinks that you can't do it. As I said before, if you can make an 80 break, you can win a frame. Yeah. And that's only 240s,
Well, he's put himself in with a chance. He's if he puts himself around the right people as well, then
well, he's in with Neil. He's in with Neil, so he gets to practice with Neil. So Neil's going to keep him on his toes. Yeah. You miss and I make a 147. I remember, I think it was a year or so, or a couple of years ago, he went over there. I think his first game against Neil made a 147 on him. Yeah. Welcome to the pro circuit.
Yeah, exactly right.
I would just like to ask Kenny, are the actual presentation, is it live? It is.
I'm not sure how well the cameras.
Do they have audio over that?
So I've got camera audio.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've got it's going to be loud enough, so I'm going to listen in to see.
Oh, okay. Because I'll let Frank present it. So we'll just go to Frank Dewins. Hopefully you can hear him.
Yep.
little snotty-nosed little bugger he was at the time. He hasn't changed much. He's a snotty-nosed big bugger these days. Look, it gives me immense pleasure to see him. The efforts that he's put in over the years, moving to England, especially dedicating the time and his life to wanting to turn pro. And Ryan, you finally did it, mate. Well done. Congratulations. So, could I call on Larry, please? Larry Rosa for the presentation. Right, could I call on Justin to come up and pick up the runners-up trophy, please?
Larry. Yes. Well done. There we go. Stand on the table.
Yes, of course.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Larry. Firstly, thanks to the Mounties Club. It's a great club. The tables being reclothed, the conditions were great all week. So a big thank you to Mounties, the referees, all the people behind the scenes, CueballTV, Kenny. Thanks for putting on a stream and letting everyone watch from interstate and afar. So thank you. Congratulations to Ryan. I know how much this means to you. I wish you all the best and well played for the final. So thanks, guys.
Thank you, Justin. It's great to see you back playing snooker. I know you play a lot of cue sports and what have you. I think you chase the money a lot of the times with pool and what have you, and I don't blame you for that. But it's such a great thing to see you playing snooker, and hopefully we see a lot more of you over the years. Well done. And to the eventual winner, the professional these days now, so he's going to take up the professional card in England for a 2-year period. And, you know, it's absolutely fantastic to see that we've done it. And congratulations. So I call on Ryan Thomerson now for the winner.
Can I get a step over, please?
Stand on the table, Larry.
You take the pictures, Frank. Thank you.
Don't like speeches, but yeah, I just want to say massive thanks to Mounties. The sponsorship they do for like Australian snooker is obviously huge. To Steve Fitzpatrick, who's kind of like the man behind it all. Without kind of Mount, it's kind of saved a lot of tournaments and over like for the last couple of years. And yeah, not for me this year. These conditions for the tables have kind of been the best for me, in my opinion, over the years of playing at Mounties since I was like 15. They always get recloth and always do play a bit heavy. But this year with the superfine cloth, in my opinion, that's the best I've ever played on in Mounties. Yeah, so thanks to the referees, Frank for putting his time in with Roger as well, officials, everything. Yeah, it's been a hard kind of like slog the last like 5 years, being overseas away from like family and everything like that, and not really the results that I was looking for. But hopefully now, like just with a lot of like back, and obviously mum and dad have made a massive impact like with me over the years. A lot of support with my girlfriend and their family overseas as well. And yeah, I just look forward to representing Australia in England, hopefully for more than 2 years, and hopefully win a few matches. So yeah, thanks to everyone again. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Mate, we were all wish you the very best over in the UK, and I certainly hope that your professional career extends longer than 2 years, because you're a dedicated player. You deserve everything that you get, and you've got this far over a lot of years of hard practice and time, dedication, and you deserve every minute of it. Congratulations. I've just got a couple of thank yous before we close proceedings. To all the referees that officiated during the tournament, thank you very much indeed. It's been a hard slog, but I think this year particularly we've had 15 referees, which has been excellent because we can use the rotation basis. And you know, with the referees, unfortunately, over the years we've had a dwindling amount each year, and it puts a lot of pressure on those guys that are here. But to the referees that officiated, thank you very much for your time and effort. You've done a great job. And to the not the old guy of the referees, but to Gary Knight. Gary, you've done extremely well, mate. It's great to have the professional attitude in referees such that Gary portrays, and you know, we've been very lucky to have people like Gary within the referee ranks, and thank you very much for your efforts, mate.
Thanks very much.
To CueballTV, thank you very much, guys, for taking the time to come up this way. To our two commentators, Whispering Ted Lowe, to Alan McCarthy and Roger Farebrother, thank you very much, guys. You certainly put a professional slant on the commentary this year, and thank you very much. I know you can't see me, I can't see you, but I know you're listening, so thank you very much indeed. If I may, I'd just like to reiterate the words of the players and thank Mounties for the tremendous support that they give the game. I think we've been here now for well over 25 years. I believe that the Bob Hawke Open coming up in October this year is probably the 25th year, if I recall, but we're going to check on that. To Mounties board, thank you very much for supporting us over the years. We always try and do the right thing by you guys because you certainly look after us, and thank you very much to the board. And one person in particular I'd like to mention, and that is Steve Fitzpatrick. Steve's been a great driver of snooker within the club itself, and without Steve I don't know whether we'd be here today or not, but Steve, thank you very much for everything that you've ever done for us, mate. I know that Steve wants to say a few words, so Steve, would you like to come through, please?
First of all, thank you for everyone coming on. It's been a long while between drinks. 2 years we've had a bit of snooker, and most people, as usual, are looking forward to some real good snooker to come out and watch. And congratulations to all the players. What you provided this week has been sensational snooker. It's going to be a very busy year for Mounties this year, with the New South Wales Minors in April, the Bob Hawke in October, and hopefully January, February next year, the World Championships here. So the next 12 months very busy, so plenty of snooker for everyone to come to Mounties and enjoy. Congratulations once again to everybody. Come on, good friend here, mate. That's
You want a picture of Steve?
Yeah, that's good time. He's here.
Well, you don't want one with me then.
Oh, only a few at a time.
Perhaps hand around his shoulder, because you've known him for what, 15 years, 25 years? Who's Steve? Shake his hand. No. Shake his hand. Mary's going to shake mine. Okay. And did you want one just for Steve? Because Frank wants to be in everything.
Yeah, no.
That's fine, that's fine. We'll do it after the meeting. Okay.
All right, thank you, Steve. Yeah, Steve, just stole a bit of my thunder, and that was just to announce the Bob Hawke Open coming up in October, along with the World Women's ranking tournament, which has always been a huge success. We've had it now, this will be the 3rd year, and I think the last time we had Rhiannon Evans here, world #1. She made 137 unfinished, probably on table 5 there if I recall. And then that was the record, for the women's. Didn't last very long because Anya was on the next table and she made 139 unfinished. So it'll be, an absolute opportunity for you guys to come along and see some of the best women players in the world. In late January, early February, over a 3-week period, we're running World Snooker Federation Championships. We're hoping to attract over 200 players to this event. England have just completed this championship over in Sheffield, and we had a contingent of 3 young players went over there. They really acquitted themselves well, but more particularly, they had the time of their lives. And I'm sure that next year, when the World Championships are here, these 3 youngsters will be a lot better off for their experience that they've had. And we're hoping that we can get 200 players. Ryan's going to drum up a lot of business over in the UK. We've got contacts in Asia that will promote the game as well. So all looks well for the game. So I hope to see you all next year. Certainly before that, we've got October. But thank you very much all for coming, and thank you again to everyone. You finished with these, Steve? That's all right. Yeah, one's in there, and the other sheets are
CueballTV.